Hush now, little ones. I have a story for you. A story of dungeons and douchebags. Long ago, a remnant of the ancient and forgotten Aboleth Empire conducted vile experiments in their underwater city, in a lake deep below the surface. The Aboleths, desperate to regain their lost dominion over the world, summoned forth a powerful demon general from the abyss to bend to their will and enact their revenge. The demon, a Balor named Asberethek, would not be so easily controlled. Its endless burning rage boiled the waters of the lake, taking the Aboleths with it. Now in control, Asberethek set about opening a gateway to the abyss, so that he may regain his demonic legion and lay siege to the surface world. However, the gods had other plans. Determined to protect their creations, they sent a Planetar, a powerful angelic warrior, to destroy the Balor and send it hurtling back to the abyss. The battle raged on for days, destroying all things in its wake. But the angel was no match for the ancient demon. Disarmed and grievously injured, the angel knew it could not defeat the Balor in combat. In a final act of holy retribution, the angel forged 7 divine seals to imprison the Balor within the cavernous depths forever. Now, thousands of years have passed, and a band of unlikely heroes ascend the slopes of Mount Ebott on a quest to rescue a stolen child. Kianan, the human wizard.
Oh my.
Lean, the halfling bard.
Does anyone want to hear a song?
Sybil, the dragonborn barbarian.
I shall die with combat with your head on my wall.
Velthiv, the lizardfolk cleric.
Can't just watch me.
And Fresh, the tabaxi rogue.
Wow, is it just me or is that one shining?
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Douchebags, our new weekly Dungeons and Dragons adventure stream here on the Internet Remix YouTube and Twitch. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, yes, this is a stream show that we stream every Friday night from 7 p.m. CST to about 10 p.m. CST. But you can catch, if you're watching this on YouTube, you don't have to worry about that. You're watching on YouTube, and you can skip as many parts of this video as you want. I am your Dungeon Master, Xander. You may know me as the voice of SpongeBob from the hit show SpongeBob SquarePants on Nickelodeon. And I am joined tonight by 3 lovely players who would like to maybe introduce themselves.
Are you
starting with Alex?
Are you assuming I would like to introduce myself? Are you just assuming that of me? Or did you not consider that maybe I don't want to introduce myself? Did you ever consider that maybe these people know who I am? These people already know I'm Alex. I made Undertale the musical. I was Metaton, motherfuckers. I'll be in my trailer. All right.
So, we have divas abound, but nonetheless.
So, hi, I'm Alex. You may know me. I did the thing. I've been playing D&D for about, 7 years now, I think. Started out with 4th edition. I'm sorry to anyone who does not like 4th edition. But I will still say it is still relatively easy to pick up. Definitely easier, at least for me, than 3.5 was.
I am one of those people, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like 4th edition.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
The character I am playing is the dashing gentleman with a potion on the left you see there. He is Kianan Nunez, a human wizard. The story for Kianan that you guys would want to know that's important for him. He worked for the Quality Assurance Guild for Potion Brewing Association. Yes, that is a thing, despite Xander's objections.
I never objected to that.
Yeah, you said,
it.
"Oh my God, quality assurance, Alex Y." Then, because he encountered a potion that was not quality, he ended up accidentally petrified for 200 years. You know how it is. You do that all the time, right? Anyway.
Yeah, totally.
So when he got out of the petrification curse, the rules of the guild said, well, since you're technically alive, you have the most years experience of anyone in this guild, which would make you the guild head, but you still owe outstanding guild fees for those 200 years you were out. So, he signed on with the nearest adventuring party to get money, so basically he could get in good standing with the guild. Because, otherwise, what's he really gonna do? Do back alley quality assurance? Come on.
Come on, man.
Rough,
No.
buddy.
Uprising.
I'm Uprising Attorney. I was the chorus leader in Undertale the musical, and I also just do a couple other dubs here and there. I have been playing D&D for only about a year or so, but I have done a lot of campaigns in that time. About 11, just over time. I am playing Lean Macarin, and she's the girl in the middle there. She's a halfling bard. She worked for Halfling Artisans Guild, and she made instruments there. That's where she picked up her love for the violin. She eventually left her guild in order to explore more techniques in the arts across different lands, and she's generally pretty optimistic and careful, and she's always trying to put a smile on everyone's face, so I wanted to have her be like sort of a positive influence for the group as we go along through what could be a fairly treacherous journey.
Fun.
And Phil.
Hello, my name's Philip McHugh. I played Junkrat in that one Overwatch thing that is on Man on the Internet back in, what was it, Christmas?
Yeah, it was a Halloween dub, so it was Christmas time.
Well, I mean, when else were you going to post a Halloween thing? Obviously, it makes sense. Now, I play the Tabaxi handsome furry thing right there on the left. Right. On the right. Sorry, British, all the way around. He's essentially just a pretty top lad, to be perfectly honest, and my character sheet isn't loading, so I can't cheat.
I at least can tell you his name, which is the greatest thing ever, unless you'd want to do that, Phil.
Breath of fresh air, fresh spelt with a PH, which is, the typical thing that you would. Born in a middle-class family, merchant community, all that kind of jazz. Studied a lot, slowly improving his skills over the years, traveling quite a fair bit. He is a pretty chipper lad. Strange obsession with this stuffed squirrel that he carries around. His tail just tends to get in his way all the goddamn time. Otherwise, he's just a pretty flirty lad, to be perfectly honest. Stabs things every now and again, but yeah, it works and all that.
Yes, a fun fact about Tabaxis. In their culture, the way they name their kin, they name things with phrases. They don't have like typical names like cloud on the mountaintop or flask of wine. And they typically pick one of those words to be a name that they go by, like cloud on mountaintop's name would be cloud. So in this case, breath of fresh air goes by fresh in the party.
Fresh.
Yes, he is from the jungled region of Blair. So
he is fresh of Blair.
He is fresh of Blair. He may or may not come from a royal bloodline, but who's to say? Who is to say? And I am your dungeon master for the evening, Xander. And my experience with Dungeons and Dragons is I've been playing really only seriously for the past year and a half, I'd say. But in that time, I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, similar to Uprising. I've played very little. I'm mostly a DM, and I just like telling stories, and I like, bossing other people around. So yeah, I've written and assembled over the past several months this story that we're about to embark on, this campaign known as Underdark, to celebrate our love of Undertale, especially during the second anniversary. I have written a campaign that is very, very, very loosely inspired by Undertale. It's not in the same universe. It doesn't have any of the same characters in their original forms. There are many references to those characters and many hidden seeds of references throughout the game. But this is its own standalone thing. This takes place in a fantasy universe. Think like a world similar to like Middle Earth kind of place. Where there's many different races who live together and there's magic and all this fun stuff. That's the kind of world. Indeed. Yes, indeed. That is the kind of world we have brought ourselves into. And so we're going to begin the very first session. We're still doing a little bit of an experimental thing, so pardon our dust. Well, I am ready, if everybody else is, to begin our campaign, the first campaign of Dungeons and Douchebags, Underdark. Well, players, the summer months have come to a close. Citizens across the land celebrate the changing of the seasons. In the human lands, they light bonfires in their public squares, sing, dance, drink, and spend time with their families, looking forward to the coming harvest period. For the solitary dwarves in their far-off mountains, this time of year is a more quiet period. There are no seasons under the mountain, after all, but they nonetheless celebrate in their own ways. Mostly drinking. The elves take this time in near absolute silence. There are no grand festivals, but instead exchange the giving of humble gifts among friends and family, and spend days in a deep meditation. The other races of the world all celebrate in their own personal ways, dependent on the lifestyles of their own culture and community. Some sing, some dance, some even pray. Most drink. You lot, however, are not among the raucous, thrumming festivals of the human cities, nor the solitude of the dwarves or elves. No, this season you have all found yourselves in the small village of Cragshire, a humble mining town nestled in the shadow of nearby Mount Ebbet. For you are adventurers, and have been hired thusly. In the recent weeks, several dark elf scouting parties have emerged from their cavernous underground civilization beneath Mount Ebbet and raided the surrounding settlements. The dark elves, which you know to also be named the Drow, have always been hostile towards the surface dwellers, and while these raids are by no means a new development, they have been increasing in both frequency and ruthlessness. It was not but 3 evenings ago that such a raid befell Cragshire, and the mayor's son, Trip, was kidnapped. This aligns with previous reports of the raiders. No matter the devastation they cause, they always take a single child. Lord Fox, who oversees all settlements in the nearby area, offered a reward of 1,000 gold pieces to whoever can find and kill the Drow raiders and escort the surviving children back to safety. You agreed to do this. Why don't you talk amongst yourselves, Lean, Fresh, and Kianan?
Well, I mean, that's not going to cover all the debt, but I'm sure it's going to be a good start. What are you lot going to do with your share of the reward?
1,000? Maybe I'll just put it towards materials. I don't know. I mean,
Also sounds like a good idea.
Well, you are considering, yes, that the 1,000 is going to be split up between all of us, yes?
1,000 divided. I'm not good at math.
I am. It's going to be 200 for all of us.
Yes.
That's not very much.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You were also joined by your two companions, Sybil, the Dragonborn Barbarian, and Valthiv, the Lizardfolk Cleric, neither of which are currently present as players, so they are silent for the time being.
Yes. I would like to imagine that they're still there. I don't like ignoring people.
Be very rude.
Yes, indeed. I'm not a rude person. I'm not up to date with the current trends of the youth of today, but I'm not a rude person, or at least I don't try to be.
Wait, so who are you two talking about?
Oh my god, Fresh, really?
That's just so mean.
What? What? Oh, you mean... Oh, them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're being way too...
Yes, the big dragon and the big lizard, the ones that are right there. Why are you ignoring them, Fresh?
I couldn't see them. They're just...
They're huge.
Exactly. They're too big. I thought they were part of the scene.
You know, just a nearby villager who's like passing by on the street of Cragshire, just passes by here, just looks over at you, Fresh, and just says, "You know, it's pretty rude to ignore your friends like that," and just kind of fucks off on their way.
See? You see? Even the random passerby.
I understand.
Well, heck, you too, pal.
You did a swear.
Gosh, we cannot swear like this, and we're already fighting. We need to just calm down.
Right.
What will make you guys calm down?
Well, I would like to look at some spreadsheets, if that's all right. I mean, that really gets me in the zone, as the kids of today say.
Yeah, that's what the kids of today say.
Right.
One of the local kids of Cragshire passing by just comments, "I don't say that," and walks off.
Well, maybe not that kid of today, but surely the kids of today in the general sense.
"Neither do I," chimes in another kid from across the way.
in a general sense, is not necessarily limited to the kids in Cragshire. Maybe
You hear a thrumming crowd of people just say, "I don't say that," just from everywhere in the village.
And like I said, maybe the popular culture has not made its way here as of yet.
Oh, would
Yes,
you look
you
at that?
do
I just
know-
got a letter from every town ever.
I find that highly improbable.
But you guys do know, by the way, that Cragshire is a very rural settlement. It is out in the middle of the woods at the foothills of Mount Ebbet, surrounded by trees, and the mines are just a couple miles up on the slopes. Other than that, it is probably a day's march from any other local settlement, at least. So it is pretty rural.
I like trees.
That's good.
That's good to know. I'm not sure how many of those would be on Mount Ebbet, I'm afraid.
Yes, Mount Ebbet is a fairly bare mountain. It is the trees raised up with a slope for a little bit, for maybe a mile or so before it breaks through the tree line, and then it's just solid, ominous stone that just shoots upward for several miles, and then is capped with a thick layer of snow that is persistent throughout all the seasons.
Solid.
Well, so you guys have banded together to essentially take on this task to hunt down these drow dark elf raiders and find these children and bring them back to their respective families. Now, you guys have been, keeping you've been keeping track of these raids and have conducted several different theories of where they might go next and what they will do, and you've made a plan. And all the signs of the Drow's next raid points towards the small hamlet of Turspin, not a day away. And, to be prepared, you all went there and waited. In the dead of night, they struck. You were all quick to defend the people, but you were not quick enough. The Drow managed to secure yet another child, but you pursued them. You ascended the slopes of Mount Ebbet, hot on the trail of the Drow. You run, your legs burning, your breath heaving ever upwards. It takes hours, but eventually you catch up. You have the Drow cornered. You prepare for battle, when suddenly a sound like thunder shakes the mountain itself. And now the DM just realized he's supposed to have music playing. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
A sound like thunder shakes itself.
You're
And
kind
with
of
a
cutting out
large-
there.
I'm kind of cutting out
Yes, a little bit.
now.
A little better now.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna keep talking, and you tell me if I cut out. Then, there is this large crack, and the ground beneath you buckles and breaks, tearing a large rift into the mountainside. You try desperately to reach out for anything to grab onto, but it is too late. You fall into the newly formed rift, swallowed by the mountain. You plunge through the darkness, hitting yourselves against rocks as you tumble down into this cavernous deep, and you watch as your two companions, Sybil, the Dragonborn, and Vultha, the Lizard Folk, they both hit a patch of rock and tumble down an opposite chute away from you guys, an entirely different tunnel that just splits off from the one you guys are falling down. They're gone. You have no idea where they've went. You continue to fall, eventually colliding with rocks in the darkness, and tumble downwards. With a resounding thud, you all land in a heap, sitting in a dark cave, the dimmest moonlight coming from where you had fallen.
I knew I should have prepared Featherfall this morning.
Yeah. Guys, what? Did I just...
Don't listen to the hype, guys. Cats never land on their feet. That was just awful.
Yeah, Fresh is splayed out fully on his back, crumpled in an awkward position.
Yeah,
You know what, guys? I'm comfy here. I'm just gonna lie here for a second, guys.
I immediately bolt up and I'm like, where's Sybil and Valthiv?
I have no idea. I lost sight of them about, what was it, 100, 200 feet down? Oh god, ow, that was, ow, my back, ow.
Wait,
Yes,
who?
you were all very sore, but luckily, due to the number of slopes you hit and rolled down on the way down here, you didn't take any serious damage. But you're all very sore.
Good thing those rocks broke my fall.
very grateful for these sharp rocks.
Yes, if it weren't for those sharp rocks, we would surely all be dead.
So yeah, you guys are sitting in like a cavern. It's dark. There's only you can only see a sliver of the moonlight that comes from the tunnel that ascends hundreds of feet up to wherever you fell from. For I believe for Fresh and Lean, you two can have dark vision, correct?
Yeah. I think my dark
Okay.
vision is.
Yeah.
Where is it?
You don't have dark vision?
60. Don't know what,
Okay.
don't know what that means.
What that means, Phil, is that Fresh has the ability to see in darkness as if it was very dim. You can see essentially 60 feet ahead of you in like kind of a gray scale. You can't discern colors with dark vision, but it just means that when you're in like complete darkness, you can see as if it was dim light for a certain range. In your case, that's 60 feet. Okay, but for
okay.
Lean and Kianan, you guys are in almost complete darkness.
Wow, you guys look great. You look great. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh boy, good
Wait.
stuff, man. Good stuff.
Wait, you can see down here?
Wait, you can't?
Of course I can't. I mean, I'm not a cat person.
Hey,
It's
watch it.
all right.
It's racist.
I apologize. I will not call you that again.
I immediately hide behind Blair because I can do that. I'm a halfling.
All right.
Yep.
So,
Where'd the munchkin go?
um,
I lost it.
Hey!
I lost it. Oh, there you are. Shit.
what I was going to say, Fresh, if you can see down here, can you tell me what do you see around where we are? Where are we?
Is this the point where I roll perception or something?
Yeah, this is also the point where you can ask, "What do I see?" And then I ask you, roll a perception check.
Okay. What do I see?
Roll a perception check.
Oh boy!
How do I do that?
That's that's a D20 plus your perception skill. You can just click on the perception skill on Roll20, I believe. Yes, for those watching at home, you cannot see their individual character sheets, but you can see the rolls in the chat side. You rolled a 12. Is that total?
I believe
that-
so.
Do
I
you
rolled
have
1d20.
Yes, but do you what is your perception skill?
Ah, yes, I
On your character sheet.
completely forgot
Yes.
about that.
What is the
Perception.
modifier, if any?
Perception. Where am I looking? Perception.
It's the skills section
Okay.
of your character sheet.
4.
Yes. 4. So you rolled a 16 total. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So glancing around, you have landed at the far end of a small pocket cavern. This is essentially like a cyst in the mountain, almost like it's how like Swiss cheese has holes in it. You feel like that this is kind of just like a hole that sits awkwardly in the mountain. This little small cavern. It's about like maybe 30 feet in diameter. Ceiling's pretty low. It's like maybe like 50. It's like comparatively for a cavern rather. It's about like a 10-foot high ceiling. And at the far end of the cavern, it's not, like I said, you can see the entire thing with your dark vision. It's not super far. At the far end, across from you guys, you can make out there's the smallest, like what looks like a bit of like a jagged opening at the far end of this little cavern. That looks like it could be an exit, maybe. You ponder.
It looks as though we've fallen down some kind of hole. But there's this little second hole over there by the, well, you guys can't see it, but let's head over that way. There might be something interesting.
All right.
I will ask, do any of you have the light cantrip?
I do not.
Oh,
No.
the heck is a light cantrip?
It is a spell.
Oh, no, I don't have any spells.
Lights.
Do you have that? Is that what you have
Yes.
on your character sheet, Lean?
Yes. So I said I have it.
One. Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah, you can cast that if you would like to help you see. For those of you who don't know, and for Phil, in D&D there are types of spells, and the lowest level spell are called cantrips, which means they are like simple spells you can cast an unlimited number of times. In this case, are you going to cast that, Lean?
Yes.
All right, cool. So Lean just focuses her magic for a second and creates these 4 torch-sized lights that just float and drift in the cavern, and suddenly all of you can see this entire space. It's now well illuminated. You can see it. You can see every rock in this place made of rocks, and you can also all see distinctly the opening on the far end of this small cave.
See? Hole within a hole. You get it now?
I
see.
do, but I really want that mental image out of my head. Still, I can't see any other ways out. So if we're going to find our friends, we'd better go that way, I suppose.
To the other hole it is, then.
All right, so you guys make your way across the. You guys make your way across. Yeah, no, it's a small opening. It's big enough that none of you would have to necessarily squeeze through, but it is small enough that the biggest of you, namely Fresh rather, would have to crawl.
Excuse you, voice in the sky. What you trying to imply? Sorry, we're going.
All right, cool. Who's going first through the? What's the marching order through this opening?
I say we send the small one in first.
Okay. I'll go through first.
All right, cool.
I suppose if you don't have any objections to that, then...
Are you having your lights follow you
Smallest.
in the opening?
So I get to
Lena,
pick
are you
who
gonna
follows
have
me.
Yes.
Keenan, you're following me.
Very well, I can't refuse a lady.
So, Lean, are you having your dancing lights follow you into the opening?
Well, I'm actually going to split them up. No, I'm going to have them in front of me.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. So you send the lights in front of you. They just gently drift in through the opening and begin illuminating it up ahead. And you begin pressing on through the opening. It's not that bad for you. You've been in tighter spaces. It goes on for a little bit, a few feet, a lot of feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. It goes on for a long while, and you're not sure where it's going. And you almost for a second feel like it's getting narrower. But then it opens up again, and your anxiety is lifted. But you do begin to notice that there are bits of vines that are now clinging to parts of the of this cave. As you crawl inward, there's vines that seem to be growing from up ahead that seem to be reaching towards where you guys were coming from. It doesn't impede your progress, but suddenly you are surrounded by numerous of these like kind of dark green, dry vines. Very unusual vegetation for an underground place. Do you press on?
I'm going to call out that description to my my fellows.
Alrighty.
Vines?
So Lean...
What? Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, I was just going to say Lean recalls all this information to you guys.
Vines? Why would they be growing underground?
I don't know, man, but it sounds like my kind of party. Move out the way. I love these things.
No, I don't think this is something we should just jump into.
And Fresh just kind of like pushes himself through the crowd to get like to the front.
That's exactly what
I would like to roll a nature check to see if I would know why these vines are growing underground.
Absolutely, go ahead. 9, okay. You're not entirely certain. You've never spent much time in the underground before. You've mostly been a surface dweller. But, you know, as a scholar, that there are types of plants that do grow underground. You've never heard of vines growing underground. You're not too sure. It is very bizarre. And to the touch, they're very dry and almost kind of like, it's almost like touching bark. They're very dry, very coarse vines.
Very dry, very coarse. Your guess is as good as mine, honestly.
Wait, maybe I should make a guess.
All right.
Go ahead, by all means.
I have a bonus in nature, but...
All right, no, that's... Alex was one off. You're on the money. You needed a 10.
Wow!
You're a halfling. You don't necessarily spend time underground, but you are well versed with the earth and all things that come of it. Coming from a species that is very fond of farming and plant life and such things. Vines like these, you've never seen before. and they don't seem like the type that would grow underground. They seem like the type that would probably grow in dense jungles. And Fresh, you can concur with this. Yeah, you can. These are vines that don't seem native to an underground cavern. These seem native to some distant, far-off, exotic land. This is very bizarre.
Yeah, these vines taste a lot like the ones on the surface, but in like dense jungles, I have no idea what they're doing under here, man.
Sorry, did you say taste?
Yeah,
Don't
you look
judge
over
me.
and you look over, and Fresh has a vine just currently sitting in his mouth, and he's like gnawing on it very lightly.
Yeah, and don't judge.
Is that normal for your people?
What did I just say?
I didn't say the last thing. I said your people. Is that also racist?
Oh, so now there's a your people, is there?
Let's
Yes.
not get into this. No, we're not gonna. No, okay.
Sorry.
Fresh, why don't you go ahead and roll me? Fresh, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check while you're tasting them vines?
Perception. I got it. How do I actually roll a particular roll
Just-
on this thing?
Just click on
you click-
perception.
Yeah, you click on the skill.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Nice. Good roll.
Well, oh,
so-
yeah, nice.
You're chewing them, and it's very dry, very coarse, very tough to chew. And what little flavor you do get from it, it's very bitter, and it's very it almost tastes not very healthy in terms of like the plant state of life. Like it almost tastes kind of wilted and dying, and it's not a good flavor, that's for sure.
This is a very miserable plant, guys.
Oh,
Well. Good talk.
How do I convey a plant's emotions in this way?
I was not aware that plants could have emotions like feeling miserable. I knew they were alive and dead, but like miserable plants? What even?
plants. If you're happy and you know what, clap your hands.
That's why they're miserable. They don't have any hands. They can't clap.
I see. So if a plant
Right.
had hands, it would be a happy plant, is what you're saying.
Idea.
See.
You guys know magic, right? Replace all of their leaves with tiny little hands. That'll fix all our problems.
I don't know if I have a spell that can do that. Oh wait, I have mage hand.
Hold on, I have something that will make it look like they have hands. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like there's a hand on the vines.
And can
Go
I
ahead.
use mage hand to make it clap the?
So you're mage handing this
We're
and
made.
minor illusioning the hands on it.
Yep.
So you're okay. So Kianan, you're casting minor illusion to put like hands on it.
Yes.
What are you doing with mage hand uprising?
I'm
Liam?
clapping it.
Oh, so mage hand appears as a single hand, and you believe that you may have just answered the question, what is the sound of a one hand clapping? It just passes through the air, a little whooshing sound of air. Meanwhile, with a wave of his hand and a quick utter of an arcane spell, Fresh, you look down, and now that the vine you're chewing is suddenly covered in little baby hands.
See, there you go. Doesn't
You
look
know, the texture's a bit weird, but I'm into it.
Yeah, you actually like bite down one of the hands kind of like curiously, and your mouth just passes right through it. There's nothing there. It's an illusion, but like it's kind of weird. You start kind of like fiddling with the hand.
The good old taste of spectral hands, just like Grandma used to make.
Your,
No, how did she? What?
your
Okay.
grandmother must have
That's
been. Sorry, go ahead.
That's the taste of good old fashioned spectral hands.
Oh man.
That's what Tom
Xander,
remembers.
DM question real quick.
Yes,
am
go
I
ahead.
allowed to write down it grew hands and they were like spectral?
Yeah,
I could observe that.
yeah, you can totally observe that. That is totally a thing that's happening right now.
Okay, back to the goofs.
All right.
So, who is Lean still in the front, or did Fresh move to the front?
I think I'm in.
Fresh is in the front, I think.
Fresh is in the
All
front
right,
chewing on
Fresh.
some hand vines.
Are you gonna continue onward, or are you just chewing on them hand vines?
Having accomplished nothing. I'm just gonna sit here, man. Let's can go ahead. I'm just gonna eat these vines for a minute.
All
Fresh
right.
just sits down in the little opening and begins eating these vines.
Can we move on? I think it's okay to go.
Yes, please. This is making me very uncomfortable.
Fine. Can I take out one of my daggers and cut a bit of the vine off?
Absolutely.
Like some trail mix kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. You cut off a large chunk of the vine and store it away for later. It takes a little bit of
Fantastic.
effort to cut through like the toughness of this vine, but you succeed and you're able to just get this nice little, I'd say about maybe a foot long of solid vine.
Do I put that into my?
Yeah, you can throw that into your
equipment
inventory
list?
if you want. Yeah, you may absolutely throw that into your equipment list. 1 foot of vine.
Don't know when that's gonna come in handy, so absolutely add that.
Yep.
Do the vines still have tiny spectral hands on them, or did that stop?
Oh,
now?
still that's still going.
With spectral.
It ends after a minute. So after you cut off, you put it away. But after a minute or so, those hands disappear.
Or if I decide that's enough hands for today.
Yep.
Okay,
As we all ask ourselves sometimes. Yes.
Let us continue.
Wonderful. So is Lean in the front now? Pressing on.
Well,
believe so.
it's yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in the back.
You continue on. Yep, you continue on, Fresh crawling in the back through this opening as it does eventually get tighter and tighter, and you do have to squeeze a bit. It gets a little hard to navigate with all these vines that begin choking the tunnel. And because you have your lights on, you're able to see this before you catch up to it. It suddenly, the opening drastically drops down. It didn't continue straight on, just suddenly there's just a drop. And the vine seemed to be coming from where that drop was. And you figure that if you hadn't had your lights on, you may have very well tumbled down that hole. But that seems to be the only continuation of the path.
Hold on, you guys. We gotta stop. There seems to be a drop off here.
Oh. Can you see how deep it is?
Okay, I'm gonna roll a perception check and see how deep it is.
Absolutely. You give it a first cursory glance, and it does drop off into darkness. You send one of your floating lights down the hole, and it goes on for maybe about 30 feet before you see ground below. And specifically, not just ground, you see what looks like a cluster of mushrooms about 30 feet below. And there's a number of vines that have ascended and begun crawling up from whatever cavern is below, and it crawls up this hole, this 30-foot drop, up to where you guys are, and continues on where you came.
It looks like it's about 30 feet deep, and there's some mushrooms at the bottom.
Oh. Well, if it's 30 feet, I'm sure I've got a rope in my pack that can make that drop. And we could climb down that.
Sounds like a plan, but I got a better plan.
Oh, no.
Now, before I make the suggestion out of character, Xander, is there any chance that I can use this foot of vine that I've now got to wrap around another vine crawling up the thing and, abseil down using my foot of vine?
You know, Phil, you can certainly try.
Yay, which button do I press?
Athletics.
Athletics.
I'm gonna say you can roll twice, and technically that means with advantage because you're using another bit of a vine to secure your descent.
So I click it twice and choose the highest one.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I will say you can either make an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
I want to choose the acrobatics check just because it's bigger.
All right, go ahead. Absolutely. So roll twice and use the higher number.
Ooh, I'm gonna use
23.
Oh, that's a big number.
Easily. You just go down, gracefully shooting down this vine, and you fall about 30 feet, and land in this bed of mushrooms. And we'll get to that in a second. Lena and Gannon, what are you doing?
Right, well, for those of us who don't have a foot of vine.
Told you guys it'd be yours fall.
Okay. Classic try and go down there. But that's...
All right. Are you trying to use the vines?
Try and use the vines
Or
and
are you
climb
using rope?
down.
All right, cool. Make an
Uh,
athletics or acrobatics check, depending on whatever one you prefer. With just a regular roll, no advantage or disadvantage.
I have acrobatics, so
Acrobatics. That works.
yeah.
You are able to securely get yourself down the vine, 30 feet down into the cavern, landing in the bed of mushrooms next to Fresh. And Kian?
I am gonna take the rope out of my pack, toss it
Yep.
down there, and climb down.
Now, how long is that rope again?
50 feet.
Wonderful. And what are you securing that to?
Hold on, let me check what else is in my my pack.
There you go.
I'm gonna put my backpack down and secure the rope to that.
Okay. All right. So make an either an athletics or acrobatics check.
All right.
Actually, for this specific rope, I'm gonna say you make an athletics check because you're.
Oh,
Whereas, yeah, you make an athletics. Oh, you are fine.
What the
You're
shit?
perfectly
Wow!
Yeah.
You got a
Nice.
-1 and you still managed to
Nice.
get that. That's nice.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
you're
Then
Yeah.
I'm
Got some
gonna
pretty good rolls so far.
just pull it down so that it pulls down my backpack.
Totally. And you give it a good old-fashioned yank, and the backpack comes down. And with your Witcher Sword 2, you all look about. And I'm going to change the map over.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
Oh, that
Art
is
courtesy
very
of
nice.
Camicat, who is the official artist for D&D Bags, my friends.
Oh, I love you, Cammy.
Cammy,
Yes.
this looks so good.
I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit and put on some ambient cave music.
Oh, good say.
All right. So, you guys have landed in this bed of vibrant red-looking mushrooms that is choked and interlaced with these vines that then shoot up the hole. The hole itself, the little tunnel hole, was about 10 feet long, and then the ceiling's about 20 feet up. So in total, it was a 30-foot drop. But those vines continue to go upwards and out that way. Looking around, this is a relatively small chamber, bigger than the one you initially found yourselves in. You have found landed in this pile of mushrooms on this far end. And the center of this chamber, there is a large 10-foot wide stone well, like very roughly put together, and a wood beam that lies over it with rope tied around and that descends inward. On the far end of this room, there is another pile of mushrooms, but those are all green and look rotten, and it's a fungal mass of just grossness. And you can see some spores drift slightly in the air.
Lovely.
And on the other side of the room, the other feature here is a pair of stone doors that occupy the other side of the wall.
Huh.
Hmm.
So, just to be clear, can we all see this? It's fairly well
Yes.
lit.
This
Okay.
room is actually illuminated. You can't see it on the map, but there are torch sconces that line the walls in this room that do illuminate this place. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Well,
Well, I'd like Fresh to go and walk up to the to the well. That's a
All right.
thing I can do.
What are you doing at the well, my friend?
I'm just gonna poke my finger in it. If nothing else. just
All right,
to-
you
just
poke
to-
you
just to
poke your
it.
finger into the hole, and you realize that it's like a good 10 feet down is where the water is at the bottom of the well. So you're just kind of pointing downward. You're not touching anything.
Yes, Fresh, that is water. Good job.
Ash, what are you doing?
I'm poking the water, guys. It's like another me in there.
That's called a reflection, Fresh.
Nice. Guys, there seems to be some kind of rope dragging down into this. You guys want to pull this up, or we can stay clear of this?
I'm going to see if I can see if there's anything down the well besides just water.
Yeah. You look down the well, and it seems to be the source of all these dark vines. They seem to be coming out from the well water below and reaching up along the stone walls and then spreading out throughout the chamber.
All right.
Other than that, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh my god,
Natural 20.
Holy
Nice. For those of you who are watching, a natural 20 means it's a critical success, meaning that if you roll a natural 20, you succeed. All right. Yeah, no, you look down and the water is very, very clear. This is clean, what seems like natural spring water down there. And the vines do go down far before you just can't see any more light in the well. It seems to be a very, very deep natural well. You can see that the rope does descend, and on the edge of the light in the water, you can just faintly see a bucket that's just chilling there all the way down in the water, with vines currently wrapped around the bucket.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I forgot you guys got to tell us that you see that.
All right. That's a very clear water. And what I was going to ask, are the vines around us still of the dry, coarse, miserable-looking variety?
Yes.
That's very clear water, and the vines are coming from it. But that's very odd, because if they were getting natural water, why would they be so dry? Regardless of that, there's a bucket down there and the vines are wrapped around it.
Dibs.
Maybe there's something that's infecting the vines.
You want to bring the bucket
Look
up?
at those mushrooms over there.
Yes, the mushrooms might be the source of the infection. However, the vines are coming from the well.
Check out what's in that bucket.
Yes.
Yeah, I second that.
Pull up the bucket, Fresh.
You got it, boss. Do I do anything? Click anything for that?
Yeah, No, I'll tell you first. Well, I'll tell you first. You give the rope a tug, thinking, oh, no big deal. And it is firmly held in place down there. And if any other attempts, you'll have to make an athletics check to see if you can yank the bucket free of whatever's holding it.
Alright, this is gonna need some elbow grease. Stand back, guys. And then I roll the athletics, which is just rubbish.
Yeah, no, you give it a good yank, and the rope does give, and you yank it free of whatever was holding it. It doesn't seem like anything was holding it particularly in a death grip or anything, but it was held firmly with whatever was holding it. And you lift up to the top. The bucket is full of water and a couple of bits of plant refuse.
Guys, amazing discovery. More water.
It's a bucket.
You has a bucket.
I has a bucket. I'd like to add the bucket to my inventory.
All right,
Dude,
you have
should we,
one.
Should we do a perception or an arcana check on this bucket just in case?
Yeah, just in case, I'd like to make sure, double check that there's nothing magical about the bucket that would cause the vines to be all dry and stuff. So that's Arcana.
Absolutely.
I just did a bad perception.
I
It's
just
a good
did an
Arcana.
Arcana.
All right. There's nothing directly odd or magical in nature about this bucket, it seems. It looks like a very shoddily crafted clay bucket, essentially, with a handle full of this clear water. But you see no outstanding runes or marks that indicate any kind of magical nature to this. Lean, you give it a cursory glance, and it seems normal. This is all very strange.
This is weird.
Looks like an ordinary bucket.
Bucket right there.
I'm gonna leave it right here. Not place on the side of the well.
All right.
And just edge away from it.
So, Lean,
Okay.
I think you may have been onto something then. If the water's not causing it and the bucket's not causing the dry vines, then maybe the mushrooms are.
I mean, I think so.
Should I go lick one of the mushrooms?
Please do not
Do
lick the
that.
mushrooms.
But there's spores in the air. Do you think there might be a hazard for one of us?
If we're this deep underground, there's probably a hazard for us, let's be honest.
Yeah, but we gotta we should figure out that door first? Maybe we shouldn't linger in the room with the dangerous spores.
Yes, perhaps.
Assumed dangerous.
Let's look over at the door.
Ugh, fine.
All right, you guys walk over to the door. It is a large set of double doors. They look finely carved. They're just smooth stone. They're about like 7, but like around more closer to like 8 feet tall, stone doors, and about like almost a little bigger than like around 6 feet wide. So they're kind of almost a little squat, in shape. They're currently closed. You don't see any kind of knob on this side or any kind of keyhole.
I'm gonna press my ear up against it, give it a couple cursory knocks, and roll a perception check if that's cool.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Sweetness. Well, that's just god awful.
Yeah, you hear the sound of stone.
Guys, it's a stone door.
Really?
Good.
You cut out there, Uprising?
Good.
Well, glad we got that sorted out.
Yes, good.
Anyone
I
else
will
care
say,
to
by
do
the way,
something?
now that you're over here and not on the other side of the well, all three of you all have the high enough passive perception to notice this, that lying amidst the pile of what seems like rotten dead mushrooms over here, right about here, you see a what looks like some kind of figure lying in the mess of vines and fungus.
Oh no.
Is there someone down there?
Can I give it a cursory kick?
Yeah, go ahead and make a. This actually isn't a check. You just kick it, and the body jostles. Looking at this close of a range, you tell that this is not a human creature. It is much smaller than you, Cannon and Fresh. It's more closer. It's a little taller than you, Lean, but roughly that same height. It is a small, scaled individual, almost like lizard-like or draconic in nature.
Oh no!
All right.
I don't like the looks of this.
I'm gonna roll a nature check to see if I can identify what exactly the creature is.
Yeah, by all means, go ahead.
Or would I need a different kind of check for that?
To determine what this thing is?
Yes.
I'll say for this, just make a perception check.
All right.
Because you would probably know what this is. All right.
Apparently
No,
not.
You do know it. No, actually, you needed a 5 for this, just so you know. You did, because you are a scholar, Ken, and you have studied many things. And while you may not be the most well versed in them, you at least know of these creatures. They're known as kobolds. They are essentially small draconic humanoids that live underground and typically worship dragons. But they are like small little creatures. It has a token, so I'll throw the token on so you can see kind of what it looks like.
All right.
1 second. Bam.
Oh, he's cute.
It's a kobold. And then I explain what I know about kobolds, because yeah.
Yeah.
And I yawn
Totally.
audibly.
He is currently just lying there, face down in this fungal mass.
Hey, Keenan, you grab the left leg, I'll grab the right one. We're gonna pull him out?
Are you sure that's a good idea?
No.
Well,
What's
I don't
your
have
point?
any better ones, so...
Maybe you guys should not use your hands just in case, like, the mushrooms and stuff. Maybe you should use rope and all that.
I've got a 10-foot pole.
It's just to prod him with. Just poke him in the eye a couple times.
Scratch that, I do not have a 10-foot pole.
Lean, don't you have some kind of magic that can get him out? Just like pull him a little bit.
I can't because I have mage hand, but that can only carry 10 pounds.
Well, can you at least poke it with the mage hand?
With a mage hand?
All right. Yeah, you give it a
Yeah, a lot
few
of-
hearty pokes with the mage hand,
Get a lot of
And
use
it
out of that
jostles.
mage hand.
and it jostles again. It seems to be dead.
Well,
Oh.
all for not going in the mushrooms, then.
All for not going in the mushrooms, say aye.
Aye?
I
Righty-ho.
Right. Glad that's settled.
Cool.
Since we're still close to them, we can, from a safe distance, do a nature check and try and figure out what's wrong with them. Might
Yeah.
have some clues to figuring out what's...
Yeah.
That kind of thing we can do?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
You can do whatever you would like.
Do it then. Yeah, do it then.
All right, yeah.
16.
Fresh, you've grown up in the nature and you're very familiar with many things in nature, and you know that just looking at these mushrooms it's rotten. It's just a rotten heap of fungus. You do, looking at them, garner that these were the exact same type of mushrooms you guys landed in, but this is their rotten, dead equivalent. That something has caused these mushrooms to go very, very bad.
Something has caused these mushrooms to go very, very bad.
And actually, because you rolled high enough on your nature check, you do notice that around this tangle of dead fungus, the vine seems slightly greener.
That was
The
my
vines-
nature check, but...
Oh, that was your nature check? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I thought it was Fresh's.
How dare.
I thought it was Fresh's. My bad. My bad. Lean, I meant to say you know all of this.
I just didn't want to interrupt, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, my hypothesis right now is that somehow, okay, so I guess that this died here. It made the mushrooms go bad, but I guess it's making the vines feel better?
So the water is not helping the vines, but the dead mushrooms and dead kobold are. These do not seem like friendly vines.
I have an idea.
No, I don't think maybe you shouldn't have eaten them.
I have an idea, though. And this may be the vine talking. But let's use that bucket to get some water on these vines over here with the mushrooms.
All right.
Yeah?
Okay.
Can I do that, Xander?
Yeah, you may absolutely do that.
Then I do that.
Wonderful. And you do? You dump the water onto this pile of just dead mushrooms, and it causes a little cloud of spores to shoot up out of the fungal heap, and some of the mushrooms just crumple from just sheer instability from how rotten they are, revealing more of the corpse around it. There doesn't seem to be any of an immediate effect other than that at this exact time. You do get a bit of a clearer view of the kobold's form. It's draped head first, but as you've cleared some of the mushrooms that were choking around its form away, you can see that its head is lying on one of its sides, and you can see that it's missing its left eye, and growing out of that eye are just a series of mushrooms.
Appetizing.
Oh God, ew. This may be like the broken
Ew,
back
ew,
talking,
ew.
but ew.
Ew, ew.
You guys are wusses.
Listen, I work for quality assurance. I've seen some nasty shit. And on a scale of 1 to nasty shit, this would be about an 8.
I don't work for anything like this. This is just gross.
Yeah, when you gotta eat, you gotta eat.
Are you seriously considering eating mushrooms from the eye of a dead kobold?
Oh, no, of course not. I was considering eating the kobold.
Somehow, that annoys me even more.
Hey, I was considering maybe figuring out how this died, and maybe we're in danger, and maybe your friends are in danger. You know what? Maybe you should just eat that.
It's completely given up. It's like, you know what? Nah,
You know
it's
what?
Fine. We're dead.
Well,
The three of you
Okay.
begin to hear. The three of you suddenly, in the back of your head, just begin to hear these very low whispers, just very faint. And you can't really place where they're from. You just begin to hear very faint.
Hey, Lane, can you stop muttering under your breath?
It's not me.
I thought that was you, Fresh.
Oh. Alright, then someone's messing with me.
I think someone's messing with
Who
all of
is
us.
it?
My bet it's this kobold. I knew I should have eaten him.
We need to get out of here.
Yes.
We need to figure out some way.
Yes, back to the door.
As you guys begin heading back towards the door, you hear another like rustling sound in the room, and you see that the fungal heap has begun to move slightly, as two of the rotting mushrooms of fungal masses slowly begin to rise from the heap.
Oh,
These two disgusting-looking rotten mushrooms slowly begin to rise and move on 4 almost leg-like extensions of their stem as they begin to move, and they look at your direction. You can see this, like, they actually have eyes on their stem.
I roll to
And
knock the fuck out of there.
Before you roll to note the fuck out of there, I would like you all to roll initiative.
All right. Initiative. Where is it?
Boy.
Where is it?
Oh, there we go.
Insight, Investigation. I can't find
Lean, re-roll your initiative and click on your token this time.
Okie dokie.
Where is
Yes,
initiative?
I will check.
I'm seeing
It's on your.
And
It's not a skill. It's next to your armor class and your speed.
Armor class and speed.
Let's change
Alright,
over
okay, yeah, I
to
see it.
combat. How about we change over to the combat playlist?
Oh damn, 19. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice 19 right there.
19, very nice. Good job, Phil. Where did my D20 go? There it goes. All right. So for the
Could you turn this down a wee bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Just a tad.
Just a tad, totally.
Yeah, that's better.
That's
just
good.
a bit overbearing, you know.
Wonderful, wonderful. No, totally. Good. All right. So
Okay.
I'm rolling their initiative. Give me one quick second. All righty. Let me add that to the thingamaroo. It has an initiative of
Of 0.
It rolled a one. It rolled a
Oh,
1.
wait.
Yeah, it has dexterity 0, so it rolled initiative.
Oh,
It's so
Yep.
good.
what a cute little fail shroom.
Yep.
No,
And-
Oh, little shroomy.
Now that's not the end. You guys have noticed, by the way, that as those mushrooms began to rise, the kobold began to jostle and move as well.
Oh no.
It rolled a
Don't tell me.
17. Nice. And its dexterity is +2, so it has a initiative of 19, but I will allow Fresh to go first. Let me order the scale descending. All right, so first in the initiative order is going to be Fresh. I will move the kobold down one. Yep. And that means the kobold, the strange fungal kobold, is after you, Fresh. What are you going to do?
I guess natural option would be to take out the most immediate apparent threat, so I'd go for the kobold. So yeah, I don't know. Get out my daggers. Give it a good old stabbing.
Give
Right
it a good old
stabby
stab. All
bit.
right.
Stabby
Make
and
an
stabby bit.
attack roll. Make an attack roll. Go ahead.
Where's that? Well, what do I do to do an attack roll?
You should have attacks listed on your character sheet. Wait, I'm gonna look at your
No,
character sheet.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, so click on that attack you would like to do. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, that most definitely hits. Now that you can see the kobold standing at its full height, it's not just that one eye. It has a number of small wounds on the front of its body that are just overgrown with fungus, and bits of mushrooms grow out of its mouth, and both eyes are completely overgrown.
Oh, that is nasty. I mean, that is nasty.
All right, so roll. Yeah, you hit the kobold. Roll damage on your daggers.
Since he's a rogue, does he get a sneak attack bonus from that?
I do not believe so yet. Let me double check real quick.
All right.
Yes.
What do I press to do the damage thing?
You don't have you have to manually punch that in. It doesn't let you type it out. So you just manually punch in your damage.
Where and how?
The little dice icon on the left side.
Oh, okay. So it's 1d4. Okay.
Okay, actually, no, you're right. This might be a sneak attack. So let's see. Sneak attack says, beginning at first level, you know how to strike suddenly and explode flips once per turn. Yeah, no, you can. You can use this as a sneak attack, meaning just once on this turn, you can add an extra d6 of damage against it.
Oh, sweet.
So
So I
roll
roll a
1d4.
d4
Yep.
and a d6.
Yeah,
So
and
I've already rolled
now
the
roll a
d4, so I roll a d6, which is a 4.
So in total, you deal 6 damage to this kobold.
Ooh.
And actually, you immediately lash forward and quickly stab right directly into its one of the fungal eye holes. And the kobold crumples to the ground.
Nice.
Ew.
Yeah. The kobold is currently dead.
Take
You're
that,
pretty
you
sure
nerd.
it might stay dead this time. Lean, it's on you. It's on your turn, man.
I'm gonna go. What is my speed? I don't know if I can even go over there and.
You can move diagonally, so.
Yeah, you can move diagonally. You can cast a spell.
Stand on my shoulders.
You can do things. Yeah, Fresh and Cannon aren't actually blocking your way. You can attack through them if you would like. But you can move. You have movement.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I think I'll
Two
probably go
mushroom
here.
dudes standing up. All right, cool.
Well. F.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
How does attack rolls work on Roll20?
You click the attack.
Click the attack.
18. Nice. That definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, manually type that in. Yes.
/R and then 1d6.
Yes. You can do that.
The other slash?
What a heated battle.
Like
any slash you would use to give a command. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just click on the dice icon on the left side and use that instead.
Dice? Person? My human dice?
No, on the left side, on that little toolbar,
if I
there's
can.
an icon that looks like a D20.
There we go.
There you go. Wonderful. 4. You deal 4 damage to it. All right, cool. Running past Fresh as he stabs the kobold right in the face, you rush up and quickly give this mushroom creature a thwack with your quarterstaff. And part of its mushroom cap dents inward, and a cloud of spores flies up into the air. You continue to hear that weird whispers. All right, that ends your turn, Lean.
Damn it, Lean, you just made it mad.
Now it
Come over and help me.
Now it would have been Kianon's turn, but as Kianon, you're getting ready to attack yourself. You hear this wet, like slapping noise, and you all look over and you see that a pair of vines have since wrapped themselves around the lip of the well, and rising out of the lip of that well is a humanoid-looking creature made entirely out of vines.
No.
And it crawls to the top of the well and gets there. And that's as far as it can move on its turn. Now it is your turn, Kianon.
That's a spook.
I look over, see that coming out, say, "Oh, Mistara, what is that?" I'm going to back away. Is that a valid space I can move to?
Yes, it absolutely is.
All right. And then I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the vine thing.
At the vine thing. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Whoa.
What did you roll?
That's an 8. Does it target that I rolled
this
an 8.
is firebolt?
Yes.
Okay. So the firebolt, you panic and you shoot the firebolt and it goes shrieking past this vine creature and slams into one of the cavern walls across the room. You have missed.
All right.
Good try.
I don't work well under pressure.
Not gonna lie, throughout this entire thing, the only thing Fresh is thinking of is, I really want to eat that vine creature.
Yeah. Speaking of the plant-related creatures, it is a plant-related creature's turn.
Oh.
So the first one to go is the one you just smacked, Lean. As you smack it, it turns to face you, and whereas it has these like four, almost like leg-like extensions of its stem, it stands up on two and rakes across you with one of its claws.
Great. I hate it.
That is it. That is a 17 to hit. That hits. Okay, cool. It deals to you 5 points of damage. Points of slashing damage as this creature rakes across you.
Alrighty.
The other creature moves through the pile of fungal rotten matter. 10, 5, 10, 15, and it goes up to Fresh and claws at you, Fresh.
Yeah.
That is a 7 to hit. I think that missed.
Oh, yay.
Alrighty. It is now Fresh's turn.
Awesome. Can I do I have enough battle movement or whatever the hell that thing's called to just like run the heck away from this one up to the one that's attacking Lean and attack that one?
Yes, absolutely. If you move out of its 5-foot range, you'll get what is called an opportunity attack against you.
Unless you use a bonus action to disengage.
Oh yes, you do have that ability, so you can just choose to disengage.
And how do I do that?
And
what
you just say I disengage as a bonus action.
Disengage and move to.
All right, wonderful. And you
this one over.
Run over to a Lean. Yes.
Did I do that? Okay, cool. And then I attack this one.
And you can make an attack.
I think I'll. Which one?
Actually, wait. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah?
Sorry. Alex, that is cunning action. He does not get that until 2nd level.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how disengage works.
Yes, no, that's disengage is a bonus action. So what happens? What this means, Fresh, is that if you move out of its 5-foot radius range like this, it gets an attack against you as you pass by. Now, if you attacked from, say, like this spot right here, you could still attack the one that's on Lean. But if you move to where you are now, that creature, the one you faced previously, will attack you as you walk by.
Right.
So,
okay.
You're going to attack from there.
So
Awesome.
yeah, I'll just attack from here. I'll deal damage to the one from Lean. I'll use the daggers again, which is that and D4. Am I still using the sneak thing, or is that just once per battle thing?
That's once per turn. I think back now. Wait. So it's beginning at first level. Now, once per turn, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. If you have advantage on the attack roll, or
if another enemy of the target's within 5 feet of it.
Yep, that is correct. So you do get a sneak attack on this. Yes, you do.
So it's a 3 and a 3, total 6. Fantastic.
6, very nice. You run in after the thing has clawed your companion Lean. You rush up and you stab into it, and the mushroom deflates and seems to it deflates into a pile that seems to be dead.
You can thank me when we're done, Lean. Come on. And then we focus on the
kobold. The kobold rises again.
Oh, son of a.
It slowly stands up, and at its first given choice, it's going to attack you, Fresh. See now that in its hand, it's holding a very sharp piece of improvised dagger. It makes an attack against you.
Fantastic.
Let me pull up its character sheet. Yes, it's making an attack against you with its piece of metal. That's a natural 20.
Oh damn!
Oh no!
Roll
what's
for
your
angry.
What's your health, Fresh? 10?
10, yes. Current hit points, yeah.
All right, cool. 10. You take 10 points of damage.
Oh no.
You are viciously stabbed in the abdomen. You two watch as Fresh falls onto his back in the pile of mushrooms, unconscious and bleeding.
Oh no!
So I'm Oh no, this is great. This is great.
Yeah, you're
So,
not
wait,
dead,
so
but you are dying.
So I take my current hit points down to 0, or is that?
Yeah, your current hit points are now at 0. And the
Fantastic.
kobold, ignoring you, Lean, begins to move away from you. You can make an opportunity attack if you wish. Begins moving towards Kianan. But as it passes by, you're welcome to make an opportunity attack if you so desire.
I think I'm gonna check for Fresh.
All right, you can do that on your turn. Which is next. But I'm saying that this is making an opportunity attack is not your turn. Anything that leaves your range, any enemies that leave your range in battle, you can choose to attack as they leave your range. So it's like an extra action you get.
Okay, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll just an attack with your dagger. Or whatever weapon you want.
I'm pretty sure that beats it.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm just going to...
3. All right, cool. You whack into it, and the kobold spore creature seems to like jostle, and it seems injured. You hear bones crack under its draconic skin, but it continues to make its way towards Kianan. 5, 10, 15. It's going to hear Kianan. It can't attack you, but that is its turn. So, Lean, it is now your turn. What are you going to do? After Lean, it is fine. Yes.
Now I'm
you making
go
a medicine check, you said? Or what are you doing?
Medicine check. I'm going to try and stabilize Fresh.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Make a medicine check. Totally. Yep. You quickly run over to him, and using just some equipment you have on hand, you're able to staunch his bleeding and cover his wound. Fresh, you are no longer dying, but you're still unconscious.
Fantastic.
Yes. You're at 0 hit points, but not dying. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It is now the vine creature's turn. And the vine creature moves very slowly. Very, slowly. It can only move, 5 feet. 10 feet. That's as far as it can move. Yeah, hold on. You see that... Let me just double check something real quick. 10, 15... Yeah. You see that this vine creature slams its hands against the floor of the cavern, and a series of plants and vines begin to explode out from it, covering a ground in a 15-foot radius around it. Fresh, you automatically fail the saving throw because you're unconscious.
True.
And you are suddenly restrained by all the vines. Lean, you watch. You're out of it. You're able to just get out of the way, but Fresh's body is now wrapped up in these vines. Kianan, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Well, shit.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Currently, the vines wrap around you, and you are currently restrained. And that is that thing's turn. But Kianan, it is your turn. You can't move. You're restrained. You can use your action to make that saving throw, or you can continue to attack from where you are now.
Can I cast a spell while I'm restrained?
Absolutely.
All right. Then I am going to cast sleep.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
Yeah. Sleep should hit all of them, so...
It should, yes. You are correct.
Woo!
All right, so that's 18 total.
18 total. So yes, you can apply that to their hit point pool. The only ones you're able to affect are the kobold and the fungus thing. Is it a saving throw?
No, sleep does not give you a saving throw.
Fantastic.
Actually, let me double check that.
Yeah, double check, please, for me. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, Each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends, it takes damage, or someone uses an action to wake it up.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, both of those creatures immediately drop to the floor asleep. And that is your turn. It would be the this mushroom dude's turn, but he is currently out of commission. Fresh, you are unconscious, and therefore your turn is forfeit.
Fantastic.
The kobold is also currently asleep, so it skips its turn. So it's Lean. It's your turn.
Wait, but doesn't Fresh
What are you
get to
going
make
to
A death saving throw, yeah.
No, you stabilized him, so he doesn't need to make a death saving throw.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
So yep. When you stabilize someone, it doesn't bring them back to 1 hit point, but it stops them from needing to make death saving throws.
All right.
Okay, so
Yes.
am I able to go into the restrained area?
It is you're able to walk into it. It is difficult terrain, meaning while you're walking through that 15-foot radius, your movement is essentially doubled per square. So like in this 15-foot like radius, moving through here would mean that like any square in that 15-foot radius counts as 10 feet of movement, not 5.
Okay.
Your choices are you could try to make an attack. You can wake up Fresh, or heal him if you so desire. You can what do you want to do?
Heal Fresh.
Heal Fresh. All right, cool. Using
Bless
a
you.
spell.
Healing word or cure wounds.
You may do either. Either would work in this scenario. It's up to you.
Let's do healing word.
Healing word. All right, so that's a. All right. So, what is your spellcasting ability modifier? That's charisma modifier, I believe.
Yep, that's charisma, and I have a modifier of 3. So I'm
3.
gonna roll
So, yep.
a d4.
Go ahead. Absolutely. All right. So, Fresh, you are back up to 6 hit points as Lean presses her hands against you, and you see healing power surge through you, and you awake. Your wound seals. It's a bit of a weird feeling your flesh seal itself. You now notice that you are grasped and covered in these dry vines that are draining you. On your turn, you will have a chance to escape.
Bitchin'.
Also, that's a bonus action, so I think Lean gets another movement or action.
You do. You can still move and you can still take an action.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yes.
10. 20. Okay, I guess I can only move here.
Alrighty. Do you have any ranged attacks that you could make, or is that your turn? Alrighty, that is your turn. It is now the vine creature's turn. It is strange looking, as you can see its face on the screen. And Alex, you are welcome to zoom in on this chunk of the map for the viewers if you so desire, so they can just see a closer look at it as well. It is entirely made out of vines, and it has a kind of like facial structure, but it seems to make no other expression other than the one it currently has. It's quite disturbing. And real quick, let me just double check something. Alrighty, it will save that. Lean, it's going to make an attack against you.
Okay.
You see that the vine creature thrusts its arm forward and vines shoot out towards you. That is like a 20 something to hit, so I think that hits you. Yeah, what's your AC?
It's 12.
Yeah, so it definitely hits you. So these vines slam and tighten around you. You take, let me get my dice 1 second. In total, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Does it need to move over to her to do that, or is it still just right there?
It can shoot that attack up to 10 feet.
Okay.
So, and you are currently restrained by its vines.
Okay.
Kianan, it is your turn.
I'm
Fresh
really not feeling so good.
Fresh is restrained. Lean is restrained. Things are not looking good. Kianan, what are you going to do?
Yay.
I am going to 1 second, sorry. I am going to cast Fireball again. Sorry, Firebolt. Fireball I do not have.
Okay, go ahead and try to cast Firebolt. Yep, that definitely hits.
All right. I'm gonna conjure up Firebolt, say, "Let go of them," and then throw it at the thing.
Go ahead, absolutely.
All right.
And how much damage does that deal?
I believe 1d10 damage.
1d10. All
1d10
right.
fire damage.
Very nice.
Math is fun.
Drawn scene.
So I just love the idea that in the middle of all this, Kiana just says, "Hey, hold on 1 second," and takes 5 minutes to just scroll through his book saying, this will do.
Yep. Alrighty. It is, alright, you throw it, and the firebolt shrieks across the space, slamming into it, and bits of its vines catch fire, but they quickly go out. But parts of its vine body are scorched and burned away. It does look like it is injured in some capacity.
All right.
Alrighty, that is your turn. Fresh, this is your turn. You can attempt to escape, but that will be your whole turn.
Yay. Let's do that then.
Yeah, make a strength saving throw.
How do I do that?
You'll click on the strength saving throw part on your character sheet.
That's on the far left, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, nice.
Oh, holy crap.
Natural 20.
Can you save me too?
Actually, here's what I'll say. Because you roll a natural 20, not only do you rip out of your vines, but I'll also let you take a whole turn as well. So you actually have your whole turn back. I will let you do that.
Yes.
So you can run up and attack that thing. You can help Lean. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna run up to Lean and just try and rip hers off as well.
All right, make a strength check.
So do the same thing?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. You run up to Lean and you rip through her vines, freeing her.
Yeet.
Too fresh.
Freeing her of the vines that had extended out from that creature fall off of its arms. And those now vines fall to the floor.
Nice.
Alrighty. Then it is now Lean's turn. Lean, what are you going to do?
Here and heal, so I'm gonna back up behind oh no, actually, I'm gonna use my halfling nimbleness and just go in the same spot as Fresh.
Just climb on my shoulders. Climb on my shoulders to get like a height advantage.
I'm just gonna hide and I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
All right, roll a d8 and add a 3. Nice. So you get 11 hit points back. That puts you at your maximum.
Which is good because I was at 2.
Yeah, definitely good. It is now the vine creature's turn. It is going to move right. And going to attempt to make the same attack against you, Fresh.
No.
What's your armor class?
Let's see. Where am I looking? Leather armor.
Well, yes, your armor class is at the middle top of your character sheet. It's next to it's above your health.
Oh right, yeah, okay, 15.
15. It rolled a 16.
Ah, you bastard.
Its same attack, the vines shoot out from it, and it wraps around you, squeezing, constricting you. What was your HP at?
6.
Yeah, you're squeezed unconscious as you're at 0 again.
Oh, again?
Fresh, come on.
Fresh, you're killing me, Smalls.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so tired.
But Lean, you're able to duck out of the way as as the vines wrap around and begin constricting and choking Fresh. So it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Be tired because I just healed him.
Is it Lean's turn? Because if the vine creature just moved,
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's your turn, Cannon. My bad. Sorry.
All right.
I was looking at the wrong part of the thing. Yep, Cannon, it's your turn.
I'm casting
My bad.
Firebolt again. Trying to get
Totally.
this thing away from my friends.
Totally.
13.
That just barely hits.
All right.
So roll damage.
I just lightly poke it.
The fire
ember lands on it.
slams into it, and you see that the vine creature's head just like slowly turns to look at you, Cannon.
Oh
You
god.
seem to have got its attention, but it does not seem very hurt. Fresh, it is your turn. Make a strength check.
I thought I was
to see if you're
unconscious.
Oh yeah, you're unconscious. Never mind. So you automatically fail. All right, cool. Lean, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Can I not just sleep fight? just unconsciously hit things in my sleep.
This again.
You are unable to stabilize him. Actually, Fresh, sorry, you are actually being killed at this moment. So roll a d20. I forgot to have you do this. Just roll a d20.
D20. There we go.
All right, cool.
18.
You've taken one saving throw success on your death saving throws. There's a little series of 3 bubbles on your character sheet, right below your temporary hit points. You can click one of those successes. You need 3 successes to get back up to 1 hit point.
Okay, so I clicked the
All right,
red
cool.
one. Wait, what?
Yes.
Anyway, I need to enter a value into the box. What?
No. You click the one that says death saving throw. It says there's below next to the one that says hit dice and below the one that says temporary hit points. There's a box that says death saves, and they have toggles that say successes and failures. Yeah,
Okay.
click 1 success.
I was
there you go.
looking at the wrong thing.
All right, Lean, you made your medicine check. Is there anything else you're gonna try to do? That was technically your action.
I mean, I guess I'm at full health. I can go try and attack this thing.
Your action was making the medicine check.
So I don't want to.
So
But I could go get in the way and protect Fresh.
you could. Alrighty.
No.
Yeah, you can move if
Fine,
you
I'll
want.
protect Fresh.
Oh, it's so
Alrighty,
sweet.
cool. You run right up to that thing's face. It is not currently looking at it, though. It has shifted its attention to Kianan.
You're too small that he can't even see.
Yeah.
He's just hitting it
And-
at its shins.
It shoots another bout of its vines directly at you, Kianan. It's making an attack against you. That is a what's your armor class?
12.
That hits.
Oh, actually, what exactly is the roll?
It was a 15.
No, it does not hit. I have shield, motherfucker.
Oh shoot! Oh, nice. So yeah, it shoots these vines at you, and you quickly move your hand up and cast a spell, and you're surrounded by this arcane, invisible barrier, and the vines just shriek off of that, missing you.
Mm-hmm.
The creature decides to take a few steps to the side, and Lean, you get an opportunity attack against it. It's moving over there. So make an attack with whatever you want against it, Lean.
Ooh, whatever I want. Okay.
Yeah, whichever weapon you have, rather.
Oh.
Nice. That definitely hits. Roll damage on your quarterstaff. Are you doing that one-handed or two-handed?
D8, right?
D8 if it's one-handed. D10 if it's two-handed.
Doing a D6 this whole time. God.
Oh.
Okay, what
3
doesn't
damage
matter.
to it. Nice. Good job. All right, you whack as it passes by, actually prying at part of its vine form and flinging your quarterstaff back, and parts of its vine rip out of its back. It does look damaged by that attack. Alrighty.
All right. So,
It is now Fresh is currently unconscious, so make another death saving throw.
wait, isn't it my turn?
No. The vine. Oh yeah, it is your. Oh, right, it is your turn. Sorry, I keep forgetting your turn.
Why do you
I am so sorry.
Why you gotta keep doing this like me, man?
I'm so sorry. You know. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw another firebolt at the for the lack of a better word, the opening that Lean just whacked in it.
Nice. Go ahead. Nice.
You did it.
I did it.
Yeah, I think I definitely think that you hit it.
I might
So roll damage on your. So roll damage on your firebolt. 8 damage. Very nice. Bam! You turn as it you see that opening and you throw a firebolt and it shoots inside that vine creature. And you see a burst of fire come out through various other crevices in its body as it makes no noise, other than like a faint crinkle of its plant matter, and it looks singed and scorched, and parts of it are on fire. It does look very hurt.
Nice.
Very, very hurt.
Sir.
All right, it is Fresh's turn. Fresh, make a death saving throw.
That's D20 again now.
Yep, D20.
Here we go. Oh.
You take 1 failure.
Yay.
Alrighty. Lean, it is your turn.
I should go after it or try and stabilize Fresh.
I can handle myself, I say, very clearly not being able to handle myself.
Hey. I'll try and stabilize Fresh.
All right, make a medicine check.
I want us to survive, even if this is taking forever.
Fail. It fails. Yeah, Fresh he's having a very hard time breathing, and you're a little panicked at this point. You don't know how to handle the situation, so you're not sure how to help. It's your turn. It is the vine creature's turn. It stares at you, Kianan, bits of flame licking across its vine body, and it almost kind of tilts its head, almost like it's confused, and it lashes its vines at you again. This one definitely hits. That is a 21.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. It deals... how many hit points do you have?
8.
8. It deals 7 points of damage.
Okay, so I get smacked and I basically spit a tooth out on the ground.
Yep.
That was my...
Things are not looking good.
That was my favorite tooth!
Things are looking really, really bad.
Please tell me it's like one of your front teeth.
No, it's one of the ones on the side. I'm just very partial to that one.
You're already technically restrained by its other vine attack. So you're just like doubly restrained now, but you can still make an attack as long as it's like a spell.
All right, firebolt again.
Yep. Firebolt. Right. That definitely hits.
As long as that damn dry vine thing is still up, I'm gonna keep burning it.
Totally. 3 damage. Very nice. Very nice. All right, 3. That is all right. Cool. Yeah. It's now parts of it have fallen. Like one of its arms is actually burned away. Now just a little bit of heap of flame that curls and singes other parts of its vine form. That is your turn. Fresh, make a death saving throw.
Saving throws. Oh no! That didn't work.
Yeah, you take another death point of failure.
Wonderful. If I get another failure, do I actually die?
Yes.
That is just upsetting.
It's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Lean, it's your turn. What are you going to do? Things are not looking good.
It's been an hour and a half. Wait, no, has it? Oh no, it's been way more. I think just a campaign.
Best campaign start ever.
Yep. This is what happens when the tank and the cleric can't make it to the first session.
Damn it, Jojo, this is your fault. I'm gonna give Jojo such a talking to at the end of this. How dare you allow Irma to come into your neighborhood?
If I play a song, would that help?
What kind of song?
Is it a song of healing?
If I play the Song of Healing from Majora's Mask, would that help?
That unfortunately will not, unless you want to cast one of your healing spells.
Okay.
All right, roll d8. How many spell slots do you have for Cure Wounds, or is that a cantrip? Oh, it's
No,
okay.
that's why I was like, I don't think I have
hold
anymore.
on. You can't. Nope. Yeah, you don't have any more. You don't have any more healing spells.
Yeah.
You weren't saying
slots.
anything. I was just gonna do it.
Nope. I had to double check that you are most definitely out. So your only options here, you can try to make another medicine check, or you could attack the creature if you want. It looks like it's very, very roughed up.
Enan, thoughts?
If this thing's almost dead, those things are... Sorry, let me collect my thoughts. I seem to be seeing double right now. If the vine thing's almost dead, those other two are going to be out for a while.
Then maybe I should just go for the vine thing.
Yes, please smack the vine thing.
You gonna smack it? Go ahead and smack it.
Smack it.
That misses.
Oh no.
Alrighty. So it, as you whack at it, but it doesn't seem damaged. It does turn to look at you, however, Lean, and it immediately reaches out and shoots at you with its vines from as close as it is. It rolled an 8 total. So I'm gonna say that misses.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. No, it doesn't
So
hit.
you quickly repel it with your quarterstaff. Kianan, it is your turn.
All right.
Things are not looking good.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. I don't think that hits.
That just barely misses. I'm very sorry. Now for the moment of truth. Fresh. Make a death saving throw.
I don't want
He's
to.
fresh.
I
Make a
don't
death
want
saving
to.
throw, Fresh.
God!
Fucker.
Okay. Fresh,
Only just fucking started.
you're dead.
God damn it!
Yep. You feel the last bit of life slip out of you, and you're currently dead. Lean, it's your turn.
Can
You
I
have no idea that you're.
Can I just calmly curse Lean before I...
Yeah, absolutely.
I saved you!
Not enough.
So, Lean, what are you gonna do? You don't know that your comrade's dead yet, but what are you going to do?
Scream? Because this is going so bad and you did this, Sander?
Yeah, that hits.
Members of the audience, remember to blame Xander. Not just for this,
Yes.
just for everything.
Dear Xander, fuck you.
Roll 10 to fuck. Fuck you, Xander.
Lean, you rip your quarterstaff free from its vines that it had impact with it, and you swing it all the way back behind your head, arcing it around and slam it directly into its vine face. You see its head explode into just a cloud of plant matter, and after a moment, its entire body destabilizes and falls to the ground in a heap of vines, dead. Immediately after that, the two sleeping creatures seem to deflate, devoid of any additional life.
Am I out of the vines?
Yeah, as soon as that is down, all the vines go slack.
All right. I stop to catch my breath. Look over at Fresh, and I'm like, Fresh, are you okay? And he's very clearly not.
He is very dead.
No.
And we're gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break.
In which
So
I'm
we'll
going to
be right
swear at
back.
Xander a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break. We'll be right back, you guys. Stay tuned. Stream's just gonna be up. We're gonna be right back. Get some water. Use the bathroom if you have to. We'll be right back.
All right. I will set it to loop the video that's out of sync.
All right, cool. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Onward with the adventurer. Yeah, Gannon and Lean, you notice that your companion Fresh is deceased, lying in the heap on the ground, cold.
I thought I had already stable.
I basically just drop down to my knees and just stare. 1,000-yard stare.
My hands on the wound where I had healed before, and I'm like, how did I don't. He was hurt, but I couldn't save him.
I've lost so many friends. I didn't expect to lose another one this soon.
Keenan.
You guys notice that the vines in the room slowly begin to very slowly begin to retract back towards the well.
I'm still in shock. I don't know what that means. I'm still just staring out.
Totally.
Too. Still trapped down here, Keenan. What are we now?
I snap out of it and look back to the door. That's our only way out, I suppose. I slowly get back to my feet, kind of leaning against the wall because I am at 1 hit point. Actually, I think I'm not sure if that's what was in here that we're ready to go face whatever's in there. I think we need to take a short rest.
I think so too.
Alrighty. Taking a short rest entails, just for everybody watching as well, they're essentially taking about an hour to just sit around, lick their wounds, and take some time to recoup, essentially. So, Lean and Keenan, if you guys want, you can roll your hit die and regain that many hit points.
Alright. Is that just clicking hit dice, or...?
Yeah, I believe so.
Full HP. But while we're in this short rest, I think that... Wow, I can't move Fresh. But can you move Fresh to the freaking good mushrooms?
Yeah,
resting there.
I can help move Fresh, like, let's say Keenan and Lean help move Fresh over to the ones that aren't poison.
Totally, and because we are out of combat, I'm going to move us back to the Underdark title map. So, back here, so back in the imagination. Yeah, no, you drag Fresh's body over to the healthy-looking pile of mushrooms in the corner, and rest him there. You guys spend an hour licking your wounds, preparing yourself for whatever's beyond the door. So yeah, Alex, you're, I believe, back up to 8.
Yep.
Lean, if you're injured, you're welcome to roll your hit die as well.
I'm good.
All right, cool. What are you guys gonna do?
I guess,
Sorry, the picture.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's what he would have wanted.
Oh, it's how he wanted to go.
Here lies Fresh. His nipples were exquisite. Oh.
Oh God.
All
Never
right.
mind.
It's here I would say eulogy, but I honestly don't know that much about Fresh. He was a kind and interesting fellow. Ate lots of things he probably shouldn't.
Oh yeah.
And may he find a banquet waiting for him for all eternity in the afterlife.
Play a song for him.
Yes, I think that's what he would have wanted.
Gonna play during our rest a little song on my violin. Quickly what? But I do it. I'm prepared for this occasion.
Yes. Xander, are you there?
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, I was fiddling with DM stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful. So you guys leaving the room?
Yeah, we're heading out after giving some last respects.
Yeah, totally. You guys go to the doors and you push them, and they actually open very easily. They seem to be push doors. And they open outward, and the cavern ahead is still lit. And stepping out of the room, it's very quiet and eerily quiet. You see that there's just one tunnel that just continues onward and branches off into dozens of other tunnels. All these tunnels seem exquisitely carved, and they branch off in many different directions, curving and twisting away. It's absolutely silent.
Would have tried to eat these tunnels.
He would have. It would have been interesting to see.
Yeah.
And we're just both sort of cry laughing.
Yeah. Do we want to perceive them and see like what the
Yeah. Let's look and see if we can notice anything about these tunnels other than they are tunnels.
Yeah. And maybe
Yeah, absolutely.
and then
Make a perception check, yeah.
All right.
18.
All right. Yeah, no, so, nice. So yeah, both of you are
Keenan.
very looking around. These tunnels definitely seem artificial in nature and not uniform and not symmetric. Some are slightly wider than others, but at this gauge, it's hard to tell, where they might go. As much as you can tell just by looking at them, these seem carved by tools. These tunnels, and very much of it seems. Now that you look back in the cavern just in, you actually think that this place, that even that cavern you were just in, was carved out, and it matches that carving style that's outside.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who's drawing extra nipples? Because that's not me. I drew the first two. Who's adding the rest?
Well, if he's a cat person, he would have.
Crap.
Oh my god!
Generalizations are killing me, man. Oh wait, no, it's the vine.
Anyway.
Yeah. So what do you lean in? What are you guys gonna do?
I'm trying to actually play D&D here. I have freaking You said they were like carved the same way. I mean, I'm an artisan. Thing about carving, not tunnels, but
I'll say just straight up, just make a history check real quick. I'll say just make a history check. Yeah. Glancing back from the kobold you've seen and just looking around, you feel fairly certain that this is a kobold nest of some sort. It matches the way they construct their things.
Hey, Keenan, I think that this is a kobold nest or something like that.
Oh joy, we're going to run into more of them. That sounds like a good time. I really am looking forward to this. And
maybe they'll be friendly.
Maybe, yes. Let's hope so, because without any of our other friends, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other options here. Well, I mean, I guess that's a lie. I'm seeing multiple different tunnels. I can't tell any of them apart, and we're hopelessly lost. And oh my god, why is Fresh dead?
I can't say it's gonna be okay, but, you know, we'll try... We're gonna try our best. And we're gonna stick together. And no matter what happens...
All right.
We're gonna stick it through together.
Okay. Yes, together. There was a game. I'm not sure if you still have it today. It's called Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Should we pick a tunnel through that way?
We still have that.
Oh, thank goodness! I love Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Okay. We can pick the tunnel through Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
All right. I'm just gonna Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo and see whatever tunnel that lands on.
Totally. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and you point at one of the tunnels. It's actually the fifth closest from you. You end up on. All right, and you guys head off down that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys walk down these tunnels for a ways. It's very eerily quiet, and you see no signs of life as you guys are walking through these twisting carved tunnels. Eventually, this one does break off into a side chamber. It's moderately, it's smaller than the mushroom chamber you guys were in. But you look around, and there's a terrible, like, fetid scent in the room. And looking around, there's just a number of what looks like broken eggshells just laying everywhere, and just slime hanging out of it. That seems to be the source of the smell. Just dozens of these broken, shattered eggs, oozing some rotten, some of its rotten contents.
Oh god, this would not pass quality assurance.
Why are all these places down here so gross?
They don't have basic hygiene in the underground, is what I am assuming. I'm gonna roll nature check, see if I can figure out what the fuck even.
Yeah, go ahead. Nice. Yeah, no, these are clearly kobold eggs. And they all look completely smashed and destroyed, and they've been here for quite some time, hence the foul scent. You think that this might have been a hatchery of some sort. It seems to be a place where they have raised their young, at least. And like the rest of this place, it is utterly abandoned.
Kobold eggs. Smashed, been here for a while. I don't think whatever did this liked kobolds very much.
This could be bad news, bears.
Our entire journey has been nothing but bad news bears.
But, I mean, wait, did you say that they were smashed recently? Do you know?
No, definitely not recently. These have been here a while. I can tell, and I plug my nose.
I pull that little scarf over my nose.
I would really not like to stay around here for any longer than we need to. Can we go?
As you guys are standing there, you hear a voice echo from the caverns ahead of you. You hear this voice say, "Halt!"
Oh, hello there. Is someone there?
Yes, you look down the tunnels, and you see approaching two kobolds marching down the tunnel, wearing very ramshackle leather kind of tunics and armor. One of them holding a chunk of like wood as a shield and holding a dagger. And they kind of like, if they see you and they're kind of standing at the ready, and they say, "Stop right there! Don't move!"
Not moving.
Not moving.
"Come with us!"
Well, that would require moving, though.
Yep, go, shoot! Okay, come, move! But you need to move when you follow us, and only follow us when you move, or else don't move. You understand?
No! Run that by me again!
What if we
Just come with
sneeze?
us.
That's not... If we sneeze, then we're not following you.
But we're also moving,
and... The kobolds quickly just, at the point, rush up to you and just begin, like, kind of like, almost like forcefully dragging you behind them.
I mean, I'm just gonna let them.
They begin like
Yeah,
dragging you. They begin like dragging you through these empty tunnels, eventually coming into coming to another like stone door. And they walk up the door and they just give like 3 heavy just slams with their fist. And then after a second, 2 more. Then after a second, 3 more. And after a second, 1 more. And then you hear what sounds like something being lifted off of the door, and the stone door slowly creaks open, and you see huddled inside, about 6 kobolds total, crouching in this room, like peeking out, muttering amongst themselves. And the 2 guards say,
In there! Go in there!
What's in there?
Kobolds are in there, Lean. I can see that very clearly.
Okay, but like besides
Flipo
that,
wants a word with you.
Sorry, did you say Bleepo or Meepo?
Flipo!
Flipo, thank you.
Flipo! Yeah, Flipo!
Right? Well, I don't see why we can't talk to this Flipo.
Yeah, get in there!
And they kind of like just push you in, the both of them. And you stumble into this room, and there are there are a few normal-looking kobolds just huddled into one corner, and one stands out among them. It's a kobold, but covered in simple kind of raggedy clothing and wearing an assortment of like things, like several different like small boxes and bags. Just kind of, it's almost like a medieval patsy of a kobold, just covered in piles of bags and stuff. And you walk in, and he this kobold looks up at you, and he says, "Who are you?"
Hello. My name is Kianan Nunez. I am from the Quality Assurance Guild of Potion Brewing.
What are you doing in the tunnels? How did you get in here?
You did not let my friend introduce herself. Please wait your turn.
I didn't even introduce myself.
Fine, introduce yourself.
I'm Lean Margarin. I'm just with him. I'm a bard.
Fascinating. What are you doing in the tunnels?
We fell down and got completely lost.
And he kind of like looks over at the 2 guards. And the guards look over and he say,
We found him near the hatchery.
Okay.
What are you doing near the hatchery?
Like I said, we were completely lost. We lost a friend, and we lost a friend somewhere way back when, near this vine creature and some mushrooms.
And as you say vine creature, all like the kobolds in the room begin like chattering at the same time, going,
The Underblight! The Underblight! The Underblight!
The Underblight?
The Underblight!
Flipo chimes in.
The Underblight. It's the reason all of us are huddled in here.
Yes, Sorry, go ahead.
Was Lean, did you want to say something?
It's dead. We killed it.
What? You killed the Underblight? Hold on. You don't just kill the Underblight. What'd you kill? Tell me about what you killed.
It was this figure made entirely of vines. It seemed to be controlling.
No, that's not the Underblight. No, that's just one of its blights. Listen.
I'm a little lost here, so.
Listen, let me explain to you, okay? This used to be the nest for our clan, all right? We used to serve the blue dragon of the mountain, Toygaius. But when Toygaius died, we are kind of alone. We started digging outward. We found a well. We built a well, rather. And only a week ago, some of our kobolds started acting weird. Started getting sick. Something contaminated the water in the well, infected most of the tribe. Suddenly there was a surge of mushroom people, and the sick kobolds would start attacking their own kind. The nest was overtaken. This was several days ago. We are the only survivors still in the nest. I'm Flipo. I'm one of the inventors of the clan. I lead this group. We've been holed up in this room for the past few days. We're hungry, but we've been too afraid to leave. My guards heard a sound coming from the old well. I sent them out to investigate. And, well, here you are. What you encountered is one of the plant monsters that roams the halls.
It certainly is a nasty little thing. Like I said, it took out our friend.
It took out your friend? Well, I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. You see, the rest of our clan, the ones who aren't still here, the ones who aren't dead, another kobold, one of the other inventors, named Flipo. He gathered a group of survivors and fled into the dark below. The greedy man took all of our treasure. Said he was looking for a new dragon to worship, but I think Flipo's just being greedy and selfish. Tell you what, I'll make you an offer.
All right, and what would that offer be?
What are you looking to do down here, might I ask?
We just...
Sorry, go ahead.
Honestly, I'm kind of like looking up at Keenan and back at Flipo while I'm saying this. I'm like, I think we just want to find a way out and find our friends.
Yes, we want to find our friends, and then in the long term, there was some drow that kidnapped children. We're looking for them.
Well, I don't know nothing about that, but, okay. Tell you what, if you promise to find Flipo and make sure that selfish little kobold is not spending all of our precious treasure on some random shit, then, we'll bring your friend back. As long as you promise to go check on Flipo.
I think
Wait,
that sounds
wait.
reasonable. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, what?
Listen, back when we served the blue dragon Toygaius, when the dragon died, we were all devastated. It wasn't until 2 weeks later when I found in our treasure hoard something magical. I tried using it on Toygaius, but it didn't work. Maybe it'll work on your friend.
I turn to Lean and say, do you think it's worth a shot?
We have to try it. We can't... We have to try it. We don't even have an option.
You're right. And then I turn back to Flipo. We'll do it. We'll find this Flipo.
Flipo. Just get the name right, man.
I said Flipo. I assume my magical microphone must have cut that out for you.
No, it's your dialect. You're weird. You sound weird.
Well, Parlez-vous Undercommon then?
Anyway. You speak Undercommon?
Yeah, I speak Undercommon.
It's a little more like it. I don't think that's a little more like it.
Now that's just plain offensive.
I was giving it a shot.
Yeah, anyway. So, listen. I don't know where Flipo and his kobolds went, but they went somewhere deeper into these caves. If you find him, and he supposedly has some sort of a safe spot, we'd very much like for you to come back and tell us so we can escape.
All right.
Do you have any leads as to the location we can go to at least to start?
Nah, sorry. You might want to have to explore the tunnels. It's I'm sure you'll find a way out. Just look out for the plant monster. Anyway, I don't feel like leaving, so I'm just gonna give you this and trust that you're gonna hold to your end of the bargain.
All right.
He reaches into his tunic and pulls out this small amulet with a red gem in the center.
I don't know how this works, but you can try. And he hands it over to you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Taking it.
All right, you take it. It's a small little amulet with a red gem sitting in the center.
Right. Well, unless you have anything else, I suppose we should go and find this Flipo.
Yeah, you do that.
All right. I turn to Lean. Shall we?
I guess we head out.
All right. We head out.
All right.
I turn to Lean and say, listen, I cannot make heads or tails of these tunnels. Fresh probably could. What if we go revive Fresh first and then we look for Griepo?
Thinking about finding Griepo first. Yeah, we're gonna go get Fresh first.
I just wanted to double check.
We're gonna go do that.
All right.
Alrighty. You didn't go too far into the tunnel, so you're able to easily trace your way back to the this fungal garden. And Fresh is still there, lying in the pile of healthy mushrooms.
Okay.
I get at the amulet and I'm like, work.
Let me see if I can figure it out. I'm gonna use an Arcana check to see if I can figure out how the amulet works.
All right, go ahead. Looking around at it, you don't see any arcane symbols on the amulet. And you're not sure. Can't really make heads or tails of this. You know about many magical items that could be used in a multitude of ways. You're kind of at a loss here.
Let me try.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I don't even know if this is
no
a
idea.
necklace, really. Maybe medicine?
No, not medicine.
I don't know. It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you guys been trying?
So, I have
Maybe
no idea.
we just put him on him.
Yeah. Well, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Please do not answer that.
I'm just gonna put it on over his neck. It's an amulet, right? So.
Totally. Yeah. You just rest the amulet down on his neck, and you give it a moment. And you give it a moment, and you hear nothing. But then, after a second passes, you see as the gem cracks and then shatters in a burst of reddish light. Fresh, you feel like you just woke up from the worst hangover you've ever had.
Ah, dear God.
Fresh!
How long have I been out?
Oh my God, you're alive! And I hug him.
What the fuck? Sorry, I just saw the frown turn to a smile. Sorry.
Editing the picture I see.
But your nipples are still dead.
Oh God, what happened to my nipples?
Well, the good news is you're back to life. The bad news is your nipples are not.
We couldn't save them.
Oh God.
What?
Yes, Fresh. In fact, all but 2 of your many nipples are completely numb.
What happened? What happened while I was out?
Where is
Well, we met some kobolds. They were nice enough. They gave us an amulet that brought you back to life. I don't know how it works.
Wait. I was dead?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. There's really no good way to put that.
Yeah, it was difficult. Are you feeling all right?
Well, yeah. Actually, all things considered. Are there any after effects to this? Am I gonna be like craving brains and some shit? God, I hope not. That's some weird. No. Am I a zombie now?
I don't think you are a zombie.
I'm having some post-mortem existential crisis going on over here.
Right, so, like I was saying before, the kobolds who gave us this to help bring you back to life, they're looking for I want to say a friend, but I'm not sure he's on the best of terms. His name is Griepo, and honestly, Fresh, you're probably the best tracker out of all of us. You would have the best chance of finding where this Griepo has gone.
Oh, so that's why you brought me back.
No, it's because you're my friend, goddammit!
Dude, I was only poking fun, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure, sounds great. Which way?
Well, that's where it's,
Right, I think I can remember where we started from. Anything after that, I've got no clue.
Right. Well, lead on and I shall follow.
Alright, we head back to where we started before we started looking for Gripa.
Alright.
And
Yeah,
by that,
you guys find your way back to that tunnel. What are you guys gonna do now?
by that point, when they turn around to ask for my help, they see that I've already got some more vines in my mouth and I'm just gently chewing.
Put those down! They might be the blight!
Can we be careful from now on, please? I don't want you to die again.
Fine. Alright, roll to make a perception check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. Where's my thingy?
Well, actually, no, hold on. Sorry. Make a I'm gonna say make a survival check. So if you're trying to navigate the tunnels.
What do I do for that?
Just click on your survival skill.
Survival. Ah, there it is, down at the bottom.
There we go. Oh, hello.
Nice. Yeah, no, you've never been in a kobold nest before, but after Keanu kind of explains to you that's where you guys are, you begin like kind of just instinctively like sniffing around, prodding at different tunnels, and you smell a lot of nothing for a while other than just the cave, these tunnels, and
smells like cave.
The distant scent of what smells like similar to the mushroom room down some of the corridors. And then eventually you find a tunnel that just doesn't really smell like anything in particular, and you feel confident I should go this way.
I feel confident we should go this way. Pointing at the empty tunnel. Sorry, what was that? Hello?
Why this way in particular?
I don't know. I'm just getting that feeling. That feline feeling.
Well,
yeah, I think we should go this way.
Oh, I really can't argue with that. My brain cannot comprehend a rational response to that. Let's go that way.
I'm glad we're back to this dynamic again.
Yes, I missed this so.
All right, so you guys are heading down that tunnel?
By the looks of it. Yeah.
Fantastic. You guys begin heading down the tunnel, and it is a long, winding tunnel that goes on for quite some time. You walk for what feels like maybe 10 minutes, just navigating this various branching tunnel. And it goes on and then branches out into more tunnels. Fresh, you begin leading the way, kind of just like navigating, and whenever you come to these like intersections of multiple tunnels, you just begin kind of instinctually going through certain ones. You guys do this for quite some time, and then after a little bit, you hear a sound that sounds like a something hitting the ground, and then dragging. Like just over and over again, something that sounds like it hits the ground, then slowly drags.
You guys hearing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Should we go for it?
I don't know.
Let's approach carefully. Try to see at a distance what that is.
At some point, the lights of the tunnels did stop, so Lean, you did have to bust out your dancing lights for you guys, you and Cannon, to see. Fresh, you can see just fine.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. You guys approach cautiously, and the sound seems to be growing closer and closer.
And we
Can I roll a
make
perception check when I feel it's close enough?
Absolutely, go ahead.
I think I'll do that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, good. We both got really shit perceptions.
You are not sure. Lean, you actually have been playing a tune on your violin this whole time, and you're completely distracted by the melody.
I said quietly, Lean. That's the opposite of loud.
Yourself to the
Cannon, you are the only one who sees this. surprisingly, even though Fresh should have seen it first, something enters the edge of your vision, Kianan. Something large, something 10 feet across, maybe bigger, made entirely out of plants, slowly making its way towards you. This huge creature made entirely out of just plant refuse. You hear it make this guttural like as it gets closer towards you, and it can't seem to move very fast. It's just slowly crawling towards you.
Great. I hate it.
I hate this very much. Can we leave?
And you hear a voice shouting from down the hallway. Run! Coming back from where you came, not on the across from that plant.
I'm gonna follow that advice.
Wonderful. You begin darting back, searching for this voice, and you hear a voice shouting, echoing through the tunnels. A couple ways back, you hear a voice saying, "This way! This way! Come this way!" And you guys just book it, running, and you hear this low, like, sound echo from that shambling plant creature as you just begin booking it, running away. You run for a little bit before you find the source of the voice. You can't catch the quickest glimpse of some small humanoid figure in a previously unnoticed crack in the wall that you can all squeeze through. You quickly see the figure like gesture, and you hear the voice say, "This way! This way!" And he disappears.
Well, come on, let's go this way.
No objections here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you guys quickly squeeze into the gap and begin like shuffling your way through. Eventually, in your panic and your flight, you don't notice that very similar to the first one, the floor doesn't give out beneath you, but slants, and all of you enter a deep slide deeper into the mountain, this rocky slope. And you go this way for maybe about 50 feet before the
Guys, put your hands in the air. It's more fun when you put your hands in the air. It's much more fun when you put your hands in the air like this, Maurice.
You slide a good 50 feet before the ground evens out again. You still skitter a few feet, and you're now sitting in another tunnel, different tunnel, and it's dark. But you see like this match get lit, and you see the face of not a kobold. You see a short a humanoid, shorter than you, Lean, actually, much shorter than you. No, not much, but shorter nonetheless. He has dark gray skin, large big nose, pointed ears, beautiful bushy white handlebar mustache, and this horribly filthy looking gaudy almost Shakespearean puffy collar on his neck that's like filthy and covered also with bits of plant matter, and part like some leaves have actually been sewn into it. He has a handout that I'm going to throw up on the stream real quick. 1 second. He looks like this.
Look at him.
Oh, he's handsome. Oh, he's pretty.
That is an impressive mustache.
I'm
yes.
jealous.
And he says, "He's all right."
For a certain value of all right, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't.
I said earlier, so I can't complain.
Well, don't question it too much. I need y'all to come with me, right? Just follow me.
Okay.
He begins heading off down the tunnel. You guys begin following after him, and he starts talking. "Oh, yeah, you ran into real big trouble there. Those under creatures have been wandering the halls for quite some time. You need to, be more careful. You're lucky I heard you when I did. Yeah,
Yes.
come, God, this way. We're almost there.
So I suppose I do have to thank you for playing that tune when we were trying to be stealthy, Lean.
Yeah, no, I heard it. I had a tune coming from the tunnels, and I thought, oh no, who's up in there? And luckily, well, here we are. Yeah, come, we're almost there. We're almost at a safer place."
All right.
You guys follow him for what seems like 30 minutes, just walking down a tunnel. This is dark and very quiet. And eventually, he comes to a door, and he quickly like presses it open, and it opens into another small cavern. This one is actually fully illuminated. And you see there's another door across the way, about like maybe 15 feet. It's a very small room, but it's fully lit. And he closes the door as you guys all enter. He says, "All right. Ah, geez. Oh man, you really found yourselves in one heck of a situation here. Now, who are you people?"
Okay. Well, we're adventurers, and we've gotten ourselves lost.
Yes, incredibly so.
Right, I see. All right. And he looks up at you, Fresh. Wait, then, what's your deal?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm still recovering from that whole
you're kinda,
to be dead thing.
Yeah, you're kind of covered in hair. I'm not entirely used to that, you know.
I haven't shaved in a couple days.
Suddenly his accent changed. What the heck?
oh, you speak kobold too.
Sorry. No, actually, I only speak common and undercommon. That's the only two languages I speak.
Ah.
and gnome. I speak a little gnome, considering I am one. But you know, that's just how life goes. Anyway, pleased to meet you all. The name, I'm Fluish. Fluish the Follower.
If you do not mind me asking, how did you get the sobriquet the Follower?
I got the name because I'm pretty darn good at following. You know, especially to save my own skin. You know.
Well,
I tend to follow
decent
a lot.
To have. Decent trait to have. Impressive. Well, I'm Fresh, the furry man, as you so eloquently put.
Pleased to meet you.
And likewise.
I'm Lean, the bard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could tell by the music.
I'm Kianan. I work for the Quality Assurance Guild of Potion Inspections.
Never heard of you.
I would imagine not.
Yeah. Well. I gotta tell y'all something. You're in a bit of a tight spot here, if you want me to be perfectly honest.
You don't need to be honest. We already know.
Oh, well, it's about to get a whole lot tighter. You understand? Okay? So listen up. Okay, well, he puts his hand to his chest. I'm, like I said, I'm Fluish the Follower. Pleased to meet you. I'm what you surface dwellers would refer to as a deep gnome, but I prefer the gnomish term, which is Sverfneblin. That's gnomish for deep gnome.
You don't say.
Yes, I do. Anyway.
Have you spelled that? What?
It's Sverfneblin. That's Svirfneblin. Sverfneblin.
Is that genuine, or did you just make that up?
It's genuine.
Well, no, that's the genuine name. Genuine name for a deep gnome. Sverfneblin.
I learned a thing.
Yes, you did.
Sorry. Derailed a bit. As you were saying.
Things aren't so hot here in the underground for the time being, you know. Aside from what I gotta deal with, those underblights have been causing trouble on some of those upper levels and the lower levels. Luckily, they haven't come near my place of employment, so you know, I'm pretty blessed. So we should be safe down here. Don't worry about that.
Place of employment?
Yeah. So I'm from Spacial, Frigg. It's a Sverfneblin city down here in the Underdark. You know, it's the great Sverfneblin city of Spacial, Frigg. I think you may have heard of it. You know, Spacial, Frigg. You know, have you heard of it? You probably heard of it.
Look,
I used to get called a Spacial Frigg when I was younger, so I'm not sure if that's the same thing.
You'll have to forgive me. I've been, how would you put it, out of it for 200 years.
I haven't been, but I just can't say I've heard of it.
He kind of grumbles under his breath. Well, Spacial Frigg was, it used to be the greatest city for the deep gnomes here in the Underdark, but, follow me. And he goes over to the other door across the way and opens that one, and that leads into a a much wider tunnel. This one seems like it's a naturally formed cavern tunnel, as opposed to the carved tunnels you've seen before.
Right.
Now, luckily, I caught y'all when I was heading around the back entrance, so there's that. But, oh boy. All right, so I'm just going to tell it to you straight, okay? I'm kind of the last living Sverfneblin of Spacial Frigg. And kind of the last one, probably for miles, here in the Underdark. So you see, and he's saying this all as he's walking down this tunnel, like guiding you ahead. 3 years ago, no time escapes me down here, a mountain hag came to Spacial Frigg and took over. She ate all of the survivors. But because I'm the smart, enterprising sort, I managed to avoid getting stuck between the broad's gums. And here I am. So, Spacial Frigg used to be a deep gnome city. Now it happens to be the lair hag. It's not a nice place. And that would technically make me her slave. He says this with, like, big air quotes. And because I'm her slave, she makes me wear stupid collar. He points like the big frilly collar he wears. And by me, more air quotes, I mean she's magically glued it to my skin. So you know there's that.
That is most unfortunate.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, right this way. And he opens the door. The music's getting very intense, so I'm going to change it again.
I was wondering why it's getting so goddamn intense.
Yes, he opens the door, and you all step out onto the ledge of a large, spacious cavern, much bigger than any of the caverns you've seen thus far. It's maybe a mile and a half across in diameter, and it's large. And you can see that throughout all the terrain of this cavern, you can make out houses, like built all along this cavern, and it looks like a very large gnomish city. You take it that this might be Spacial Frigg that Fluis, the follower, had mentioned to you. And he points around. Yeah, this is it. Might I ask where you folks be headed this time of year, if you're passing through the Underdark?
Before you say that, can I just say you were still in a little bit of Fluish mode, and you said it's deep gnome is shitty.
Oh, I did. I noticed that. It's a gnomish city, I meant to say, not a gnomish shitty. It's a gnomish city.
Could be a little bit of both.
Could be a little. It's definitely shitty now. It looks run down.
I'm just gonna note that music is getting a teeny bit overempowering now.
Okay.
I will turn that down.
Okay. We're passing through to look for some stolen children. The drow have taken them.
Ah, that's much better.
Oh, the drow. There's bad news, but I don't know nothing about no drow up at these parts. But if you're looking to find them, I could point you in the right direction. You know, they call me Fluish the Follower because I follow things really well, but believe it or not, I happen to be one hell of a tour guide.
I believe it. I believe it.
Well, I guess it's time to follow you.
Wait, but didn't you, just like checking my facts real quick, didn't you say that?
Yeah, what's up?
Didn't you say that the hag lived here? Well, where are we right now?
Yeah, that's the rub right there, as they say here in Spacial Frigg. So you see, the hag. It's this the hag. She's a mountain hag, real big, real ugly. Her name she goes by Toria Snail Slurper. She's a real nasty woman.
Okay.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do you get the references yet, guys?
Oh, it must be Metaton.
Fluis the Follower. Toria. You getting the references yet?
No.
Shut up.
This is what the rest of the game's gonna be, guys. And Fluis says, okay, yeah, so that's just a bit of a technicality right there. So yeah, she lives here. And actually, he points, and this cavern, while it is dim lighting, it is actually illuminated by small crystals that pervade the area there and there. These little blue crystals from the mountain that just provide a soft glow. This used to be one of the great gem cutter locations in the known world. We used to mine diamonds and gems for miles. It's all gone to shit now. Over there, if you look at the other end of the cavern, there's only, you see that big, dead, ugly-looking tree at the far end over there? And you look across the way, and you see it like about a mile and a half away, at the far end of Spacial Frigg. You see this large, much bigger than usual tree, just blackened and with devoid of any leaves whatsoever, with jagged-looking branches that ascend upwards through the cavern. Doesn't reach the ceiling, but it reaches pretty high. And it seems to be, and if you look, you squint your eyes, you see that it's actually growing out of one of the old, larger known buildings in the city. You see that tree?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Toria lives in that big, old, nasty tree over there. Unfortunately, that so happens to block the many. But
you cut out.
Oh, I said if you want to dig the stuff out of your ears, I said that tree blocks the main exit of the city. You hear that one?
I did hear that one, but you cut out right before you said it blocked the main exit of the city, so...
It was hilarious.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear we're on the same page now. Okay, anyway, as I was saying. So, yeah, it's the only way out of Spacial Frigg has been blocked off by a Toria's hut. But I just so happen to know about a secret exit.
Really? And where would that be?
Next time,
I can tell you. So the good news is that there is a secret exit through the former Gem Cutters Guild Hall over there on the right end of the city. The bad news is that the Gem Cutters Hall is a labyrinth of puzzles and traps, courtesy of my employer. That's the other funny thing. As soon as old Toria took over, she had the place trapped to Kingdom Come, put puzzles everywhere, all of them very deadly and not at all fun. I helped to build those traps because, I'm a slave, so that means I know him like the back of my hand.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so here's what I propose, okay? I'm tired of being a slave, but I will tell you this. Toria is, she's a mountain hag. Them's are nasty folks. And, quite frankly, I don't want to see y'all's killed and turned into hag jelly. So, we're gonna go about this in a very enterprising fashion, you hear? We're gonna do this in the way that, you all get to live, and then promise me that when y'all get more powerful, you can come back and, you can, just kill her for me. Does that sound good?
I'm into it.
Sounds great.
Great, good, awesome, fantastic. Anyway.
I stay silent during that whole thing.
Totally. And he just continues talking. So like I was saying, the Gem Cutters Hall has an old hidden exit in one of its old mine shafts. Leads right out of the city. The only problem is she tends to keep her eye on that part of the town. But I can distract her while you guys find your way to the secret exit. How does that sound?
Reasonable.
Itching.
Good. Great. Fantastic. So, yeah, let's, how about we all shake on it? We're all friends here, right? You wanna be my friend? You wanna be Fluis's friend? We can buddy pal it up, as they say here in Spacial Frigg. And he kind of like, he gesticulates a lot, like his hands move a lot when he speaks. He kind of sticks out his hand, like, what do you say? What do you say, buddies? You wanna be friends, help another out? I can help you through, and you can help me get out later.
I agree to shake on it, but instead pick him up and just violently shake him.
Hey, whoa, what do you think you was doing there? Whoa, put me down.
I was shaking on it. Wasn't that the plan?
Were we all doing like fun versions of shaking on it? I play a really fast tremolo on my violin.
Jeez, we got a bunch of tricksters here. Okay.
I'm going to use insight to see if that specific brand of shaking is Svirfneblin code, so I can respond in kind.
Make a history check. Oh, that was insight. Never mind. Yeah, I'll let you do insight. Yeah,
that was
sure.
A nat 20.
Nat 20.
No. It's yep.
So I perfectly mimic the shaking. that he was making with his hands.
And Fluis stares at you for a second. He points to you and says, "This guy's all right. This guy knows what's up. This guy's cool. I like this guy. Hey, you're my friend. We're friends now. You understand?"
Oh, yes, totally. I totally understand. We're friends. All right.
Great. Fantastic. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, he kind of like points out back to like the city. "Welcome to the ruins of Spacial, Frigg. Anyway, I can try to help guide you safely through the ruins until we can get a place where you can head off to the Gem Cutters Hall, and then I can head off back to the Hag's Lair. Sound good?"
Sure.
Sound good.
Good. All right. There's an old path down here. Just follow me. Oh, and one more thing. If y'all are new here to the Underdark, you got to be very careful. Down here in the underground, it tends to be kill or be killed. So you best be on your toes. You understand?
Oh shit, that's a reference.
Yeah. Got it? Get it?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think
Good.
so.
Great.
I look
Follow
away
me.
and say, yes.
The phrase
Great.
sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Great. Fantastic. Follow me. And he begins leading you guys down a set of cut stairs in the cavern that lead down to the main level of the ruins of Spacial Frigg. And you guys approach this. You see just this avenue of deserted buildings, some of them crumbled inwards. And you actually do notice you see a couple of small skeletons lying in the street. Only a couple, as you further. They look small and of gnomish stature. And ahead, you think you can very distinctly hear a soft chuckle coming all the way across the city from the old dead tree. And that is where we'll leave it off for tonight's session.
Oh shit.
Cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun.
Cliffhanger. Done.
Ha 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 ha.
So anyway, next week, next Friday, same time, same place here at twitch.tv/internet remix. We'll be picking up here in the ruins of Spacial Frigg as the group leads their way, as it led their way through this place. For those of you who are listening, those of you who are listening here on YouTube, after sessions, we do a post show where we talk with the chat for a little bit after the stream. We edit that part out of our video, so if you want to come take part of our post show, feel free to come watch the streams. We will do it always after our stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week on the next thrilling episode of Dungeons and Douchebags Underdark. Dun dun dun.
Bum bum bum.